last week, you all had quite an amount of downtime. You had to spend. You would have 9 days before the Winter's Claw would be ready to sail towards Trollhat to drop you off. And you spend days doing various things. Rudy connecting with his roots, located the local cemetery and morgue, worked there for a few days, trading knowledge about interring the dead, the treatment of bodies, and pilfering a few souvenirs. Nana spent most of her time either helping out Gerald by crafting a rod made out of dark wood for this project Gerald had going. Some days were also spent with her newfound friend that she purchased, the Twig Blight. Arthur spent his first day drinking. Then he drank less. And eventually he too committed to helping Gerald in this project by showing him how to treat wood. With his experience working with fletchery, longbows, in the wild, Gerald spent most of the days just working on this project. First day, getting the theory down. The next few days, asking the others for help. Running to different stores, getting materials, seeing how they could help. Goose spent most of his day simply thinking, idling, not really participating much, except for being available to talk, giving a hand to Gerald, running errands. As we reached the 7th day, 2 days before the Winter's Claw would set sail for Trollhat, Kira, captain of the 3rd Regiment of Rangers, came to you all, looking for volunteers. A group were going to head towards the mines, the Sphirera mines, where you had fought the Zombie Beholder and the Masked Man, where you had seen the fiendish woman, white hair, white horns, white wings, and a grin. In these mines, you had also realized that there were still those who could not die had remained. Those who could not walk, those who had to crawl, those who had lost limbs or broken their bodies too much to follow the horde were still in the mines. Some of you, Nana, Goose, and Arthur, went with. You went to these mines, you went down one of the corridors that you had been assigned to, and after a while, you found familiar faces. The dwarf Olin Warren and the halfling Tej Lowhill, who you'd traveled with on your way to the city of Bora. Crawling towards you, their bodies broken and beaten. No semblance of recognition in their eyes. You made their suffering short. And with conflicting emotional... God damn it, Roju! I'm done! No! I'm...
Oh my god. No, come back!
How do you piss off a DM?
Oh no.
Nana stuffed a body in her bag of holding.
And everyone poo-poos Rudy for stealing a few finger bones, yet Nana's stealing whole bodies.
I stole a friend. It's
think-
different. I'm giving her back at the end of
You
this.
brought the body of Tej
You don't
Lowhill
understand.
back to the inn, to the Bramblefrost Inn, to your room. And while Gerald was still tinkering on the final details of his project, Goose went and once again hid in the bathroom. Did not want to see any of this. As Rudy cast Speak with the Dead. And we come to, the game starts. We do not have Denny today. Denny called in sick, and Goose will pretty much just be idling, and in case of combat, I will be Eva piloting.
Josie, this music is even sadder.
It's the same music, you just weren't listening.
Same music.
I just hear it better. I turned it up. Oh no. Okay, this is fine.
The body of Tej takes a deep breath. And there's the slightest hint of a smile as the eyes fall upon the group. As the spell takes hold. You have 5 questions.
I did not want feelings this early in the game. I am so upset with you.
I'd like to note Rudy's new Michael Jackson glove is working perfectly. He's very pleased with himself internally.
Wow. Well, at least we got to test it out, right?
Can someone roll a
Kinda
dice so I don't have to look at the beard?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put
Okay.
I'll put in the what the spell we're using is if anyone wants to know.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
I'll put
Yeah,
in.
will that help? Will that help?
No,
Hang on.
it's
Can I roll
perfect
for
now. It's perfect now.
feeling?
It's covered now. It's covered now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just roll for feeling the feeling?
Yeah, sure. Roll.
Natural
Roll for
20 on
emotions.
feeling everything.
Emotional overload. Nana collapses. Panic attack.
Emotional.
Alrighty, well, Nana, the spell has taken hold. We can ask, or I can ask your questions if you seem determined.
Oh yes, I'm very determined now. Does it only remind me, Rudy? Does it only work if you ask them, or?
Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I will tell you, and then you can tell her, and hopefully, we'll get some information. I would like to ask what first and foremost what they were doing in the mine, what she and Olin and potentially more, but just what they were doing in there. It didn't seem like a very nice place to be.
Rudy explains the question word for word.
And the mouth opens. Some air leaks out, and you hear a voice, Tej. We were just getting to work. We had arrived in the city quite late, but we were all feeling pretty good still. Most of us signed up for the night shift to make sure we could then rest the day after.
Oh, all right. Well,
So
they
it
were
appears because we knew they were part of the group were coming to Bura, so it must have been the people that were coming back to Bura worked in the mine.
I think so. Yeah.
Mm.
I think so. All right. And sort of Nana just sort of nods and goes, could you ask her who did this to you, please? I really like to know. I have my suspicions, of course, but I'd like to know for sure.
Yeah. Rudy asks, who did this to you? Who turned you into this thing?
I'm not sure. They were wearing a mask. A beaked mask of some kind.
Like Doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was that other person. What was his name? He had a very plain name.
Martin!
Martin, that's it.
Martin!
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 Such a plain name.
Martin, I'm coming for your
It's so
kneecap.
good though.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Okay, so all right, so Martin's clearly the one then who can. I mean, we can assume both of them are undead, but Martin was the one who turned these people.
Mm-hmm. All right. Cool. The third question, then, I would like to ask. Could you ask Tej if she and Olin have family that they want notified? I would very much like to help them out in this respect.
Rudy momentarily in his head questions whether we should, insinuate to the dead that they are in fact dead, but then waves it off and goes, yeah, and asks the question. Yes, Rudy asked the question.
Well, you met my entire family, really, while we were traveling. I don't I do believe that Pesty and Sin were still in the city. They did not sign up to work.
Fuck, we're gonna find them.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That was one of my questions was, are the twins okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then I guess Nana's final question was, and if you think, Rudy, that maybe we should ask if anyone else was traveling there besides those two. I know she mentioned they were working in a group, but I'm not sure who else was there. We didn't see anyone else. It was just these two.
So out of their group, who else was in the mine with them specifically?
Yeah, I guess, unless we've got one more as well, so I don't have a question for the rest.
Oh, you don't have a final? Well,
I
Gerald,
don't, because
Gerald normally has some form of question
I
about
figured
something
we
or
would.
another.
Yeah, we would.
I'm pretty sure
kind
I'm
of-
not there for this though, right?
You're like off, still working
yeah,
on the
that's
rod,
right.
but
Yeah,
you're in the
Oh,
Oh
same
yeah,
room.
so it's just you and.
You're in the same
Working
room.
my
Oh.
rod.
Working
Okay.
a rod.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Gerald, it's very distracting casting spells while Gerald's working his rod in the corner. Oh my god. Rudy asks, aside from Tez and Owen, yeah, Tej, sorry,
Owen.
there is something wrong with me today. Every second word that comes out of my mouth is wrong. To some respect.
Orange Crush.
Rudy asked the question. Fuck it. I'm not.
We went there as a group. We left our belongings in the workhouse. Pesty stayed behind with Sin. She was injured on the way.
There's another twin. Where's the other twin? Oh, that
Yeah.
was only one twin. Oh my god. Oh, Josie, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, Josie? Josie, why are you doing this?
Just smile.
Josie, no!
Let's see
The thing is,
She kills a twin.
this only hurts cuddly. Like the rest of us.
She killed the twin! She killed the twin!
Porter, aren't you? Still off for the twins.
God damn, she killed
Oh my
another.
God.
Oh my god, I don't even remember the other Sin and Sen. Oh my god, Sen's dead. Sen's dead or undead. Sen's. Oh my god. Sen's,
Oh, no.
Oh no, where's Sen? We gotta
Maybe
ask
we can
where
let
Sen
them
is.
talk to each other for the one last time.
You want so you want to
No,
ask where
it's-
Sen is?
Oh my god, I don't know. Does anyone else have any better ideas?
Gerald?
I sure don't.
Arthur goes up to Rudy and asks, "Say, what about see if the twin wants to talk to the twin?"
Well, that
Tej isn't one of the twins.
Tej isn't one of the.
Oh,
twins.
my bad.
Yeah, nah.
Tej
Although it is a
um,
very kind thing thought to have there, Arthur. I'm very moved by your request.
I completely forgot Pesty was the people and not the little one, and now I am upsetty spaghetti.
Pesty was like the de facto
The human.
tribesman, like the head
Yeah,
person.
like the head. Yeah. Oh no. Oh shit. Sen went with the rest of them, didn't? Oh no. We gotta go get Sen. Oh no.
So
Oh, no.
do you want me to ask if Sen was in the mines, part of the group in the mine?
They said Sin stayed behind, so Sen must
Yes,
have been in the
Sin-
mines.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a question.
Yeah. However you want to phrase that, I think we need to solidify that.
Or
Okay.
we could
Essentially
find out where
sending
the group was staying instead of trying to search the city.
That is also that's
Oh,
also.
actually,
I mean, we
that's
could ask
probably a
them.
better
Yeah,
idea.
that's actually.
Yeah.
Arthur, another great idea. Holy crap!
Arthur, wow.
Can we go a
Help us
hat
out.
trick on this one? Yeah. So Rudy goes. So where exactly is Pesty staying in the city?
He wanted to call for someone to take a look at Sin. I do believe he was headed towards the Haughty Homes Hostel and General Goods.
Right. There you go. Nana, write that down.
And then
Thank you,
with
Rudy.
with a smile, a content smile, the last bit of air comes out. Look, Roju, once okay, twice. Oh, I might have to increase the crafting DC for your rod.
Well,
Look, you can't see my amazing face on the thing, so you just get the occasional update
But yeah.
how things are going.
The spell ends, and if you're gonna send memes, do it in another Discord.
Okay, fine.
Thank you. But yeah, the spell.
That's the look
spell
Gerald
comes
has
to
when
an
he's
end.
finished with his rod.
It's a POV from Gerald's rod.
I'm feeling half the feelings. My initiative was 10, so
Okay,
I'm only
all
feeling
right.
half the
But yeah,
feelings.
the body,
Okay.
after releasing the last bit of air, the body slumps to the side.
Alrighty.
And
What
Nana
time of
props
day?
her back up with a
It's
little
evening.
pillow.
It is evening. You've already
It's
all had
evening.
dinner.
Mm.
You've all eaten.
Would Rudy know if the morgue is still open at this time, or probably closed up? Hey.
It would be, it has like open hours, but also it seemed like the
Mm.
person lived nearby. There's like a there's also like a drop-in thing where you could just go there,
Yeah.
knock, and say like, hey, we got somebody.
I'll like drop off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nana, I've been working with the gentleman down at the morgue, and I feel confident that we could take this one over so they could at least be prepared for burial correctly.
Take this one.
Rudy, I do agree with you there. I feel a proper burial should be in place.
Because I'm not sure about you guys, but I certainly don't want to sleep with more than one dead head in this room.
No, I think we should absolutely do that. I would maybe afterwards I might see if I can find this Haughty. Oh, I might have written this down wrong. Haughty Homes Hostel and General Goods.
That did sound like what Tej
That
said.
sounds
Yes.
like
Yeah,
it.
that
I might have
sounds like
spelled
it,
it
yeah.
wrong, but I'm sure we're good.
Okay, so maybe if Nana, you pop the body back into the bag of holding because Rudy can't, take that up the
Oh,
stairs.
no, that makes fair. Yes, I will. She did it once. She loves this bag. She just thought it was fantastic. So I think she must have a great time. She's kind of rambling again.
Goose,
Riding in the bag.
Goose, it's safe to come out now. Can you look after Gerald? We're going out. Arthur,
What?
do you want to go for a walkie?
Yeah, I'll come with you, Rudy.
Okay.
Go for a walkie. Oh, Goose, can you babysit? And she just hands Goose plants.
Yeah, Goose was in the bathroom with the plants already.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. He was already babysitting.
We don't even wait for Goose's answer. We just leave with the
Thanks,
Thanks, Goose.
And you just hear it.
I
You're welcome.
kind of,
Gerald.
I'm not even gonna.
I kind of imagine Gerald sort of like, not until you've actually all left the room, closed the door, and then a minute and a half after that, he's like, see you later. Sort of waves over his shoulder. No one.
Yes. Nailed
What
it.
we don't see is the plant raises a tendril and waves back at Gerald, but Gerald doesn't see.
Oh my god, it would too. Amazing.
But yeah, you easy enough with the body of Tej in the bag of holding. You head towards the cemetery. Takes a while to get there. You knock on the door. After a moment, opens. It is the proprietor of the cemetery, the warden, the caretaker. Says, Rudy, good morning. What time is it? I just fell asleep, I think.
Oh, I do apologize. No, I wouldn't disturb your rest if it wasn't important. I know you got an intense day tomorrow, but it's gonna sound a little weird, but my companions.
We found a friend
Nana.
in the mines, and she wasn't alive anymore, and I needed to bring her somewhere where you could look after her, and so I needed to use, my bag. Because I can't carry that much, I'm only old. Uses the old lady.
They were part of the expedition to clear the mines, and they unfortunately met someone that they knew. So They wanted to ask some questions. I did my craft. Long story short, we just need to get into the morgue so I can just at least store the body. We can't store the body in an inn. That would be ridiculous.
Sure.
Having limbs and decapitated heads in an inn. Oh, what would an owner say about that? Oh, yeah.
There's just a moment of like blank staring. Well, I trust you, Rudy. I trust you. Here, I'll just unlock, and you know how it works. Just please, just knock on my door. Let me know when you're done, and I'll lock it back up. And it just
absolutely
walks over,
Thank you
opens
so
the
much.
door, and lets you in.
Before he runs off, I go, oh, when will the burial take place?
Well, it depends. Usually I do it right away, really.
Okay, so it would be tomorrow, would be the case.
I mean,
Arthur,
if you want, you could do it right now. There's probably room.
I sort of
somewhere.
look over at Rudy, and I'm like, Rudy, like, mate,
Arthur,
wait,
this is kind-
Arthur wants to sort of needs this closure. He hasn't
Okay.
said very much about it, but he needs the closure.
Arthur,
Yeah.
Rudy would explain this as we sort of take the body in. It's like we're in the city. It's kind of like you can't really wait to contact family members. It just kind of has to move. It's just got to move on. So we can do it now if you want. I mean, I'm not going to get a wink of sleep if we do. But I'm happy to do everything now if you need to. Just know I'll be useless to you tomorrow.
Arthur,
No,
Arthur needs it.
it's all right. Perhaps we should. Do you want me to go find the family? They may want, they may want to come tomorrow.
Arthur just wants to be here for the burial. That's all.
Well, it's not really glamorous. There's a mass plot out the back. It's a city.
I just need to know.
So when we get in there, Rudy would know where like the bot like where the money is normally sitting, like the takings and everything like that. Rudy slips a gold coin in there. Just because
Yeah, that's a
Arthur
good idea.
sees this,
do.
and he thinks it's common practice, so he does it as well.
Netta loves giving gold away. Let's be real.
Netta puts 2 in there.
Oh God, no.
No, never.
Ready.
Oh, what am
Yeah.
I even doing? I can't even.
I mean, Rudy wasn't intending to prepare a body. He was honestly just going to put the body where it would be prepared later. But okay, well, I guess we're doing the whole shebang now, aren't we?
No, I think we are waiting, aren't we?
All right.
Because
Okay.
we're going to the. Oh my god, I can't even do anything.
Well,
I'll do it
As long
later.
as Arthur's there for
Okay.
the burial, he doesn't care if it happens tonight or tomorrow.
let's do it this way. Arthur, Nana, you go find. I mean, if you want to go, it is literally 2 a.m. If you want to go find Pesty now, and try to find everyone now, go for it. Or we can do it first thing in the morning, and
I'm going to find them now, but I think maybe you should rest, Rudy. I think you've had a very long day.
if we're doing this now, we've got to prepare the body now.
Don't make Cuddly make decisions. Okay, Nana's
Right.
going.
Arthur,
to
Nana, you go
find
find
her.
Pesty. Let Rudy deal with this.
And Arthur actually takes off for haste, like he's running. Not running, jogging.
You know where you're going.
We don't know where we're going, actually.
We have no clue.
Shit.
Yeah, but he's done like the jog down the street, jogs back to Nana. He's that sort of... Nana, come on, let's go.
There'd be guards wandering around, nighttime guards, surely.
Surely. We would like to find one of those
Okay.
guards.
Easy
Not the one that's
easy
like,
enough. Any like the bigger streets have guards patrolling them, and especially in like the intersections, there are definitely 1 or 2, and some of them are giants, some are not, but they all seem to be wearing again this bleached vest that you saw when you went through customs.
bleached. All right. It's a choice. It's a fashion choice. Let's be real. Yeah. Nana will hail down literally the first one she sees, probably
And
wherever that is.
it's a giant, and asking for where the Hardy Homes is, you get pointed in. It would be a southeastern direction, and you're given instructions. Head down the main thoroughfare towards the south gate, and then a few blocks down, you should be able to see it. It's on the left.
Okay. Cool. We will go those directions.
Yeah.
And
And when you
I
arrive,
love that it was a giant.
Yeah.
Because Nana's so little.
Yeah, and when you arrive, you see a 2-story building. It's fairly wide, and it's not as, it looks not run down, but it looks like it's seen some time. Definitely, it's made out of stone, wood, ice. And stepping inside, there's definitely it's livelier than the Bramble Frost Inn. There's a lot more.
Okay.
There seems to be like more of a bar, not as much like restaurant area. It's more of like mingle area near a bar. There's the kitchen. There's just people walking around and talking. It's a lot more hostile. And you.
Hostel.
It's a hostel.
A hostel. No, I thought you were like HOSTILE, and I was like, oh, do we need like daggers or some shit?
No.
But no. I gotcha.
And
Okay.
so
Cool.
there's like a lot of people, varying ancestries, all walking around, talking. And you see what looks to be some sort of clerk, someone standing behind what looks to be a counter at the side of the bar, who's talking to a few people. Very, very laid back, human, short hair, kind of on the brownish red color. And then they walk off and start just hanging out, and there's a stair to the right leads upwards, and there's a corridor that leads away down inside the building. And as you all step in, he makes eye contact and gives you all a nod and a smile.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay. In that case, Nana will go over to the clerk and sort of just, if he's in a conversation, hang back.
No, he's
be
essentially
polite.
he just finished a conversation, and then he pretty much showed you that, like, I've seen you. Hey, I'm available. You all stepped in, new faces.
We will go right on in. We will go straight into a conversation. And Nana, I'm assuming Arthur will come too, and Nana will go right up to the clerk and say, "Oh, hello, my name is Melavora, and this is Arthur, and we're traveling companions, you see, and we need to find if there's anyone by the name of Pesty and Sin staying here. We just need to speak to them if we could."
Yeah, no worries.
I
No
know
worries
it's
at
very
all.
late.
No, I actually think I saw Pesty come by. He asked for a pitcher of water, like, maybe just a handful of minutes ago. You know what? Let me run back and check, and, just, like, a minute, and I'll be right back. And, puts, like...
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And just walks back through the corridor that leads down into the back end of the building. And comes back and says, yeah, Pesty's right down there, room 103. Just knock on the door. As said, there was no issue.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. And they go to the room. Well, I go to the room.
Yeah,
You
and you
come to
see,
the room?
I'll come with.
you see, it's like scorched almost into the door is the numbers 103. like,
Ooh.
like they burn mark. Like it could have been written with coal, or it could have been done with like a hot stick or a stone. But this like.
Arthur wants to count the rooms. Say 100, 101, 102. Nana.
There is no 100.
Yes. I
It starts at
love
101.
that. I hope you counted to 100 anyway, just because you've been drinking for the last couple days.
Well, that was the storage room, obviously.
But Yeah,
I love it.
easy enough.
Yeah.
It's the second door on the right. Says 103.
All right, and just a little polite.
Yeah, and just like moments, as if standing ready at the door opens, and you see tall, gangly, wearing now like what looks to be like a very thin undershirt, and just like very, very rudimentary trousers that look to be made of some sort of linen, and just says, "Oh, I didn't know if it was a prank, but it's really you all. Wow. Step on in. Let's not talk in the hallway. How are you all doing? You made it safely to the city."
Oh yes, Pesty, and we're very, very glad to see you. But unfortunately, our party has some, well, quite unfortunate news, and we wanted to come tell you right away, so you just know, if that's all right. So Arthur and I here were
Yeah,
were
Pesty
tasked
leads you
with- I'm
into the
sure-
room, and you see on there's like two beds with a little nightstand in between them, and then there's two more beds opposite them. And in one of the beds, you see Sin, like fast asleep, just breathing heavily, with a wet cloth on her forehead.
Arthur's gonna go sit next to Sin.
Yeah.
And I bet we don't see fucking Sen, do we? This time?
There's no one else in the room. And you sit down, and there's a moment when Sin just quickens to and opens her eyes. Arthur, is that
Hi.
you?
It is. You remember me?
Yeah. Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm just a bit tired.
Tired? I understand that. Can I hold your hand?
Sure. And it's like out of the it looks like Pesty has taken like the covers from the two empty beds and put on Sin.
Yeah, right.
And this one small hand comes up over the covers, and as you take it, it's warm, but it's clammy with sweat. And
Arthur's gonna sort of lean in to like kiss it, but not quite, and say Samantha.
Yeah.
With my ring.
And there's this wave, and you can see all just reaching the hand out. Sin has already fallen back asleep, exhausted. And there's like the breathing gets a little bit calmer, but there's definitely still sweat on her brow. Her hair looks wet. She's warm,
Not
face
having a good
flushed.
Mm.
And Pesty looks over, sees this, and then turns to Nana. Yeah, pushing through. Most of us didn't really have any trouble, but it seemed that well, Sin doesn't quite have the constitution to pull all-nighters in the snow.
Is there anything we can do, Pesty? We're more
Well,
than happy to.
according to the doctor, it's really just time and care. There's very little we can actually do. That it just needs to run its course. And
Okay, I see. Well,
yeah, it looks
don't
similar.
hesitate to
It
reach
looks
out.
very similar to what happened to Goose.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well, since Sin is asleep, Nana might kind of take Pesty away a little bit so we don't wake her up again. And go, now Pesty, I know when you reached Bora, it
Yeah.
sounds like some of your companions went to work in the mines.
And he
you may
gets
have
a
heard
dark
of-
look over his face. The eyes just stare at his feet as soon as you mention.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I love delivering bad news. This was literally my favorite thing in the world.
Arthur's pouring some hot cocoa.
Nana, I think I know what you're getting at. We had someone come by a few days ago, and mention that the shift that everyone took part in was apparently something happened in the mines. They said something about a curse. There was something, and they wouldn't tell us the details, just that we should consider everyone gone.
I think that is for the best, but
I haven't
am...
I haven't told Sin yet. I think I'm afraid what it would do to her in the current condition.
Arthur pulls the hot cocoa with the marshmallow over to him
Yes!
and
Fuck yes.
says that is a very, very smart idea.
We
He
need a
he grabs
marshmallow
and
at
he
this point in
just
time.
starts like fidgeting with the mug. It doesn't make any effort to drink it currently. It's just like holding it. Yeah, it's
Also, pass one to Nana.
What?
Giving you hot
Couple-
cocoa.
Thank you.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us any of the details. It was just something bad happened. Something apparently, just all they said that something happened. They were doing an investigation. Everyone who was working at the time apparently had some sort of curse put upon them, and they might as well be considered dead.
Yes, and I'm not sure it would be good to tell you some of the details, but I do want you to know that we did see Tej and Olin, and they are now at peace, and we wanted to let you know that. Okay.
There's
And we recovered
he-
Tej's body.
Yeah, his eyes start swelling a little bit. They start glossing over, and he makes a stern face, takes a sip of the cocoa, and does the whole like goes to take a big swig and immediately just go, ow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been compensated by the city. We're thinking about heading north. There's apparently a boat leaving in 2 days. We've made sure we'll be on it. I think I think we'll head north. I don't really want to stay down here anymore. We're using the money to go north, and I'm going to see if I can, and he looks over towards Sin. She always said she wanted to study magic. She said she could do it. She was convinced. I'm hoping the money that we got is enough to get us to the capital and maybe enroll her in the college.
Arthur sort of looks over at Nana and go, maybe we can get Gerald and Rudy to come and just do a bit of show magic, just to lift her spirits a little bit.
Maybe
that would make her a little bit happy.
Maybe later. I'm just hoping that she'll be good enough to travel in 2 days.
Well, come and find us before you leave, please. We want to say
see.
goodbye before
Where are
you
y'all
guys go.
staying?
We're all on the same boat.
The Bramblefrost Inn.
Oh,
Fucking
okay.
notes, man.
I'll
I know.
to try and come by. Also, Aussie, you have to go crew crew. It's the metagaming pigeon.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
I
Just want
literally...
that awkward,
Yeah,
want that
pesky.
awkward, see it, walk in the same direction, and be like,
Oh my god.
But
I
Pesky,
can't...
eventually Pesty sits down on what looked to be his bed. It's like, it's a mess, and he just sits there, and yeah, I just, couldn't say I expected this. Even in my
I don't
wildest
think anyone
dreams.
expects this.
Do you know why the tribes migrate to the city when the freeze comes? For safety.
No, what?
For shelter. to hide and flee from the predators that come out when the snow is heavy. We even spent all of our savings hiring a guide in advance. I don't know how to feel. I'm relieved that I'm still alive, and I'm exhausted. I am scared. Everyone I know is gone, apparently.
Arthur wipes sort of his face, claiming it's dust, and goes over and just sits next to him and puts his arm around him. Sort of having the sniffles himself.
Yeah. And he sips on the cocoa slowly. I just don't know how to... What do I do from here? I
Survive.
But how? Why?
One step at a time.
There's... I didn't even know what my role was until my mother passed away, and all of a sudden everyone was looking to me. And all I did was just keep doing what we've always done. And now I can't do that. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do anything.
And that's alright, because you're going to learn.
Let me tell you something. I know the feeling of losing someone close, and the fact that you've lost multiple people close will never measure up to what I've felt. But one thing I've learned is it will be difficult, and it will be difficult for a while. In fact, it will be difficult for a long time. But as long as you keep looking forward, keep looking out for the ones that are around you now, you will be proud of yourself as you keep walking forward. I won't tell you it's going to be easy, but you can do it.
He just sips on the cocoa. And he eventually finishes it, and he just hands you the cup back and says, I'll come find you before we leave.
I sort of give him a hug. We'll let you rest.
And he hugs back. It's a short but tight hug that he gives you.
Mm-hmm.
And when he backs
Arthur's
off, there's definitely like he very quickly just like brushes a tear away. Just
Arthur does the same.
And he takes a deep breath, exhales. Thank you.
No problem. Arthur walks towards the door.
Nana goes over and pets, oh no, Sin on the head. Which one?
As you go over to Sin, there's this moment when you're coming around the bed towards where you can see she turns around. She turns her back towards all of you.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
She
was listening.
She's awake.
That's
She's awake.
Cool. That's our next.
And as you walk up to give her a little kiss on the head, she just whimpers a very, very quiet thank you.
So I can't actually do anything with my currency right now, but I would like to stash 50 gold somewhere in this room where they're gonna find it.
Yeah,
So
I'd say Pesty is pretty much walking Arthur towards the door right now, so you have an opportunity if you just want to leave like
Like
a
if I
little
just
pouch.
like, I don't want to. Oops, I'm shoving
50
my desk.
gold
I
is
don't
still a lot.
want to. Yeah, no, I figure, but I've got like a lot, so
Yeah,
it'll be
but you can
fine.
definitely do it.
Somewhere, maybe on the night. I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah.
I was gonna say under the pillow, but that sounds really uncomfortable. So I think maybe just like on the nightstand, like just behind the pitcher of water or something.
Yeah.
I will take it out of my thing. It's just not letting me at the moment. It's like, it's saying error. It's fine. Anyway,
It's fine.
minus
Just,
50 gold.
just write it down.
It's fine. It's cool.
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it in
Oh,
post.
dear.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll really quickly hop over to Rudy. The body's beaten, broken.
Yeah.
There's you clean off what you can. You with a little, there's a little kit available. You repair what you can of the clothing, hiding some of the injuries, the damages. Luckily, most of the head seems intact, untouched.
Hmm.
Oh, that's always nice.
You do find one spot on the back of the neck where there's like a puncture mark with boils around it. Everything else
That is-
seems to be damage from scraping, from impact. But this this is
This is recognizable, I think, ever so slightly.
Did she get pegged?
Rudy will use detect magic on the puncture wound.
I'd say you get it.
Something is-
Yeah, you get a faint like
Done.
the faintest residue of necromancy magic.
Ah, okay. So it's definitely magic and not a poison or anything like that. Okay, that's good to know. Interesting. Not really sure what to do with that information. He'll file it away in the files that he calls his mind, and hopefully not forget.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got you.
But he doesn't. I do not go to heal that wound. No, I do
Yeah.
not repair that wound or heal it in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
I just imagine now that Cuddly's taking angry notes.
Oh, ma'am.
angry scribbling intensifies.
Martin
dear.
Pex? Question mark? Like,
Actually, I suppose you could do a medicine check on the wound to see what sort of weapon possibly made the wound.
You
it's
could
a- if it's
make
a
a
little
medicine check.
gnome.
Yeah, make a
it'd be
medicine
so
check.
Yeah.
handy.
Oh fuck me! How'd I roll a 4? Okay, yeah,
It's-
Rudy has no fucking idea.
It's small.
Yeah.
It's too small to be a spear edge or a rapier.
Yeah.
But it's too big to be like a needle. It's
Yeah.
it's a bit you can't like pinpoint exactly what it is. It's a thin, not too deep. Examining it, you realize it's maybe a bit over an inch, like 3-4 centimeters deep. It's still deep, but it's not like
Yeah.
It's pretty deep.
Yeah.
but it's not like
So it'd be safe to
super
say
deep.
that it's not a weapon wound. It's definitely some form of magical implement or magic itself would have
Does that lady have a tail?
potentially made the wound. All right.
I'm gonna fucking cut it up and eat it for breakfast. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, no, we know they saw Martin did it, not the lady. Martin was the one they saw.
Maybe he has a tail too, Ozzy. You don't know. We didn't see his butt.
He does have a plague doctor mask, so maybe he does peck. I mean, you could
Well,
be
that's
right.
what I was
There is-
thinking initially. I will.
All right. Rudy files that away for later. Yes,
But you spending the
but
night.
he's
you
also just
do-
waiting. Yeah.
Yeah.
spending-
We're
No one
we're on
ever
our way
comes back.
Yeah.
It's about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours when Arthur and Nana returns, and you've done what you can, rudimentary. You're getting tired. You've in some cases more than fixing. You've what's it called? Hid blemishes, injuries under clothing, and you've done what you can with what you've got. And when the two of you return, you see, you enter again, and you find Rudy washing his hands, and you see Tej on this large wooden stone table.
That's like Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe all over again. All right.
Yeah, she still she looks
everything's
pale.
been taken care of?
She's clearly dead, but she looks at peace. She looks a little bit well dressed, and the only real remnants of wounds or injuries you can see are on the hands. Anything else has been covered up. You see, it looks like Rudy has put on changed her shirt to something with the whole full sleeves, and put the hands next to the body, just lying there.
Nana goes and pats Rudy's hand, and you've done wonderfully. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nana. It's as I said the other night. It's not often I get back to my past, my roots, so to speak. I might just direct your attention. I just fucking washed my hand. Anyway, I might direct your attention to, and very carefully, Rudy does roll the neck to show the wound to Arthur and Nana.
Is it there?
It's like
right in the back.
that piece of muscle that connects neck and shoulder.
Oh, like in here, not Matrix style, but over on the side. Gotcha.
Rudy, that looks quite infectious.
Yes, I definitely wouldn't engage with it if I was you. I, of course, am protected because after a bit of investigation, this is a religious sort of godly ability, very much a ability that would essentially, you know how we've been fighting a lot of these undead, or what we're calling undead, not dead, might be dead but aren't dead. You know, that
Not quite alive, not quite dead.
That thing. Yeah. There are remnants of what I believe is the same sort of abilities or magic that creates those and interacts with them around this wound here.
Is it some sort of growth though? Does it?
No, this has definitely been created by some magical means. All I can tell, and I haven't had a good time. I'm very tired, so my brain isn't working up to scruff. But it wasn't made by a weapon that I know.
Oh, interesting.
Well, obviously, Rudy, you know what you're doing when it comes to the dead, but would we not sort of want to try and burn that off before we bury? Just in case, you said sort of a mass burial pit. I don't want it going to another deceased, and it becomes a bit of a problem.
From the detect magic, you would realize this is residue. The power is no longer there. It's just a lingering wisp. There's the effect is gone.
Arthur, it's more of it's like when you burn your morning breakfast, right? And you can eat the breakfast, you can get rid of the remain. Oh, sorry, Nana, this is probably not very nice to hear. But
Who burns their breakfast, Rudy?
I know who burns the breakfast.
Oh my god!
You clean up the mess, you wash the pans, but you can still smell residue in your honkin' snoz here. Yep. That's what I sense here.
Right.
That's what I can sense here. The residue of the ability that was used. I'm also a little afraid to interact with the wound though. It's just might be. Just in my tired state at the moment, I don't feel comfortable attempting to repair this wound, especially on a body that is already at rest.
I think you've done wonderfully, Rudy. You're very tired. Can I roll for something? I want to know more about this shit.
Sure, you could roll a medicine check.
Watch Nana get a natural 20 and
Oh,
Hey,
Look at, oh, so you're trained in it. Okay, I didn't
But
know you
I'm
were trained in it.
not.
That makes sense.
I'm not.
it's
I don't know
different.
if I would
I'd say
know.
you have different approaches. I'd say it's
Okay.
like the difference, like, you know, olden times, the difference between Western and Eastern medicine. Nanas would be like natural remedies and stuff like that, whereas Rude is
Yeah.
just more like medical, like, no-
Yeah.
Triage.
And I would say Nana would
Oh.
realize that the puncture is at a slight bend. You would think that this might come from a stinger.
Oh.
Holy fuck, it is a tail.
Oh,
It is a tail.
fuck. Murder hornets. It's May
Oh, no.
2020 all over again. Okay.
It could be
God.
a stinger or a fang. It's like it doesn't go straight. It's like a slight curve. The puncture itself.
Cool.
Absolute sense when you know, I clearly didn't believe it came from a weapon of any type. Wait. Does that mean there's an animal that can create undead?
Or maybe a people.
Nana, I'm human. I don't have a stinger or fang or tail or anything to do
Oh,
something
what
like this.
about the? And she just goes like this, and she's very tired at this point.
Look, I think this is something we definitely should tell Gerald about. He
Oh,
might.
Gerald's busy with his rod. Leave him.
Yeah, I know he's working quite hard on his rod. Very much.
He's obsessed with it. It's frankly disturbing.
Yeah, I know, but this might just sort of bring it out of him for a second to realize not the world revolves around his rod. You see, so
He does need that reminder. This is true. So, in any case, are we burying the body now? Poor Rudy.
Arthur says yes, but he goes over,
Yeah.
places his hand on her
Wait,
on her
Weren't you
heart.
meant to bring Pestak? Weren't they meant to? It wasn't the whole point of you.
Oh, Sin
They-
isn't
they-
very well at the
Ah.
moment, and Pesty I don't think wanted to attend, but
Ah,
we will see them in several days, hopefully to see them off. They're heading north as well.
oh, we might be on the same boat together.
Oh, I was thinking the same thing. There's really not that many boats that come around here, but then I was like, oh no, maybe it's weird. But anyway.
Arthur would like to do a prayer in Elvish, just on while touching her heart.
Oh, Elvish. Some of us know Elvish.
Oh.
Let me pull out my Gnomish.
Oh, all right then. But pretty much translates to "You are one at peace. Go forth and be with your loved ones."
Yeah.
Amen. In common.
I'm gonna...
I want you to say it in Elvish too.
Does Rudy hear the amen and get very confused? Because
all the thus and sus and
Yeah. Orb has a hard enough time speaking English, so getting him to speak
But we can
Elvish is
definitely, you spend some time. You do what you can to find a place where you can inter the body. It's not like a full graveyard. There's not like every little plot has a headstone. But you find, but there seem to be some lots prepared. They have a layer of snow in them. And there seems to be inside the morgue, there are what looks to be plaques, like empty wooden signs, and the equipment for making a sign, if one would wish to.
Arthur's gonna try, but in his mind, he would probably take it to Goose first. But yeah, he's gonna try.
It's not really too hard. It's like some very rudimentary carving tool where you could just write the name
Okay.
on like
Okay,
a
yep.
wooden board.
Arthur writes the
Alex.
name
Yeah.
Do you remember
and
the
writes
name?
forever in our hearts on the bottom.
But yeah, you write the name. You find a small plot. And you
Rudy, before we obviously lower the body, do you have any sort of final words? Being the religious one of us all,
Yes, yeah. And now Rudy's internally having a bit of a panic attack because he realizes how can he say a prayer to Ugathoa without, kind of
No,
stepping on the fact that she was made undead using the same magic. This is so bead of sweat appears.
this is fine.
Arthur, I already, I will. Yes, I will absolutely. But it'll be. I'll say a silent one because the one you uttered out loud was so beautiful. I do not wish to ruin the atmosphere with my own. You know me. I don't speak well when I'm tired. Yeah.
Just give me a nod when to say amen.
What is this amen you keep referring to,
what?
Arthur? What? I don't understand.
Ramen? Did you say ramen? I like to phrase that too.
It was something my father done when he lost his wife. I don't know.
Just bear with me for 2 seconds.
I'm gonna assume we have a raid.
So,
No,
yes.
I'm all good, guys. Yeah, so Rudy does say a silent prayer, but he does not refer to any god or goddess. During
Yeah,
said
screw
prayer.
him. We don't need him.
He.
Eat you for breakfast, Urgathoa.
Sorry. No. When he does stay silent, he requests that Ugathoa accept this one with no further complications.
Complication. You won't call this a complication. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I have something to say to Urgathoa too, actually. But we're on the stream right now, so I'm gonna wait. But if she wants to meet me outside later, that would be
Catch
great.
me outside.
Sorry.
How about
Catch me
that?
outside.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Rudy's in a very complicated situation at the moment, and Darcy doesn't have the words to figure out how to get around it. Okay, I'm just figure it out.
You take the time, you say your words, your prayers, you inter the body to the ground, you leave the marker.
Nana
Yeah?
is putting a cookie in.
Put the
Nana's putting a cookie in.
And unless there's anything else you want to do, you may.
This is just ice and like no
There's actual
plants
ground.
in the city.
There's
Yeah?
actual ground. You've got trees nearby.
There's actual ground here.
This is
It's-
soil.
It's like
But there's
little
there's just a
grasses
layer.
and stuff?
There's no. It's like very coarse grass and more like tufts here and there. But you got like
Like
frozen
tons of
soil.
waterfall.
There's trees. Some trees nearby. There's a layer of snow over everything though.
I'm reading. Can plant growth grow a plant that's not there?
I think we established last time that it's more like you make already existing plants grow faster. So if there are dormant seeds in the ground or roots, you could force them to sprout.
Let's do it. Let's do it. This could be disastrous, by the way, but I would
No,
like
if you
to.
want
in
to
hopes that there's a
cast plant
flower.
growth, you
Let me grab it.
as you sit down, put your hands to the ground. All normal plants within 100-foot radius become thick and overgrown.
Oh, Mary, what?
As you sit down. As you sit down, we'll flavor this will work. As you sit down to the ground, you put your hand into the soil, the grave dirt that you just put over Tej's body. Almost immediately around your hand, small, coarse blades of grass start popping out. And what looks to be thick stems of rough flowers. They are pale purple. They have some bell shape to them. They start sprouting around the grave, and then you realize that they start popping up all over the cemetery. And within a few moments, through the snow, these pale pastel purple flowers have popped up everywhere, and it's just flowing in the wind.
Oh,
Aww. This is beautiful. Except Nana's eyes have glazed over and she
Yeah, I
doesn't
don't know.
appear to be
Did
here
we
anymore.
did we lose?
I'm here.
Oh, you're here.
Where's the cat?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, and I'll say
Yes.
Not me
all
crying
go,
on stream.
Oh.
as you all
I'm sorry.
as you all go to leave, Rudy, you feel eyes upon you from the grave. And as you turn around, you see, it's hard to tell, is the snow picking up pace? Is it just like a marker that's standing tall? But you see what looks to be a humanoid shape, long hair maybe, wisping in the wind. And you see just this shape standing, kneeling down towards the grave, and you hear a voice in your head. You haven't heard this voice before. This one's new. This
Oh.
one's old. And it just says, "You walk a fine line. Tread carefully."
Ooh.
The music was so good right there.
Ooh.
So fucking good.
And as
Dramatic.
and with that, I believe we're gonna go on our break.
Fuck!
We're
That's
gonna
pressure.
refresh all the drinks. Go to the bathroom. Those of you who need to. I need to. If anyone in chat
Alright.
has any questions about the game so far, feel free to pop them. We'll discuss. I'll be back in just a little bit.
Really?
I need another drink.
Yes, drink.
Back.
I'll just be.
I'll be back
Sitting
to you
here.
guys.
Goodbye. I guess it's just me, the disembodied voice now. How you all doing? If you want to ask me anything, feel free to drop it in Josie's chat, because that's where I'm hanging out tonight. It is intense. I agree.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, my chat. I needed more booze because otherwise, how am I going to figure myself out?
I'm doing all right, Dice Queen. I'm
Oh.
enjoying myself up in Queensland. It's a good time.
Oh, dear. Okay.
But I've just been like, so far, just like twiddling my thumbs tonight. Just enjoying the show myself. Busy back in the room, and probably will be until the boat arrives, I imagine. How are you doing? Excellent, very good. I will be back in Melbourne though next session.
I have returned.
Heading back to Melbourne on Saturday, so I won't be just a disembodied voice for the next episode.
Yeah, and sorry about just leaving you quiet in the corner so far.
Okay.
We're on our way back.
Oh, you got a day off work. Sick. That's fantastic. We're all glad to have you here for it.
Wow.
How you doing, Josie?
I don't know. I wasn't prepared feeling this much myself, you know? You get into
Oh,
it.
my
You
lord.
really get into it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
JC, you are describing work for me, and it's so scarily how well you
Look,
actually.
you have no idea how terrified I am of talking about these things when we have an actual representative in game.
To be honest, I would hire you as a person to speak to families. You do it very, very well and very compassionately as well. So
Thank you.
I at the moment 100% approve of everything you've done so far.
There you go.
Sorry about
Official
that.
approval.
I was just explaining to my guys why I yelled out "fuck" really loudly. That's all.
Oh, why?
You
Now
you
we
don't
want to
do
know.
that often.
We want to know.
Because
Do you need to explain?
Aussie DevFro is very confused. Doesn't care.
Off like role playing though, Arthur's sort of keen to skip for the next few days.
Yeah, we'll
Like-
we'll do some quick. Yeah, we just need to get past this. We're gonna skip the next 2 days. Gerald is gonna get to roll for his rod. Do the rod roll.
Will I get my item of whatever I need on the last day?
What item?
I think
The
you already
gilded
have it.
gilded elk.
No, we already got that.
You already got it. You already got it.
you
Oh,
already
yeah,
got
alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some reasons I didn't think I did, but awesome, sweet.
No, I said you don't have to add it to your inventory or anything.
Ooh,
It's
actually,
just...
sorry. Give me 2 more seconds, guys.
Oh, I'm giving you 2 more seconds. Cuddly, are you okay?
One.
Did you run away somewhere? I just hope Cuddly's okay. Well,
The
thank you
creature
for coming in.
is an animal of your
big-voided
choice that is
monkey.
native to the chosen
And
environment, which determines
you okay
certain
with
traits
just
in
ape
a stat
monkey?
block. The creature disappears when it drops
No
to 0.
worries, we love lurkers. Thank you for being here.
Cast
Lurkers make
them,
Twitch.
Really.
What are you talking about, Orb?
Is this for your summon?
Yeah. It says you call forth a bestial spirit. It manifests to an occupied space, see in range. This corporeal form uses the bestial spirit stat block. When you cast the spell, choose an environment, air, land, or water. Animal of your choice, native to the chosen area or the chosen environment, which determines certain traits in its stat blocks. The creature disappears. So I'm just trying to, like, in my head, what is my limitations of?
Does it say that? Because usually it's limited by challenge rating. So
No, it comes.
the creature.
yeah, it's a weird spell. Orb, you and I, we can have a talk off stream about it
Yeah. Okay.
because it's a
Alright,
very
yeah.
Sorry,
very
what's the
peculiar
actual
spell.
spell? Is it Beast Companion or something?
No, it's summon beast.
Summon beast.
It's from Tasha's.
Second level conjuring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a new one.
Alrighty. Okay.
Are you okay, Cuddly?
Back in the
Welcome
sky.
back.
They have a godly.
I'm good, but I'm back. I actually just had to wait to use the bathroom because someone was in the shower. So
Wow, how
I
Damn
went,
it,
there was
Siri.
a line. There was a
Why?
line.
Why was your cat taking up an entire shower for herself?
Right?
What the heck? Oh my god.
Yeah, my cat needs to learn to share.
My wife needs to learn to wait, like you.
Oh my god.
She just goes in.
Or that is a fine line, my friend. You do not ask the wife to do anything of the sort. From one married man to another.
We have 2 toilets.
I don't ever ask my wife to do anything.
That's pretty funny though.
Okay, that's pretty funny. We have to.
She just goes to that one because it's the smallest distance from the bed.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Are we gonna
Oh,
get back
dear.
into it? Everyone ready?
And we back.
Yes.
We back.
And you return. You relay what the events when you return. Goose and Gerald are both fast asleep. It's like nearing 5 in the morning, 5-6. It's
It's full
it's
on
just
later.
yeah. And when all of you wake back up after this, it's nearing midday. You've got a day and a half left, and we can, if you want, we could just fast forward. You tell them what happened about the meeting with Pesty, about Sin, about interring the body of Tej.
Yep.
And if you want, Roger, you're free to react
Making my
to
roll?
said news. You may do the roll
Oh.
too. We'll just
Oh, Gerald's
speed through.
Gerald's reaction would be like, "Oh, that's terrible. Who are they again?"
Oh Lord,
Oh my
Gerald.
god.
Okay.
Oh.
Gerald.
It's okay, guys. It's just he's just distracted. Let's let him finish, and then we can talk to him again. Because I'm sure the Gerald we know, if we said there's a man with a giant stinger tail that can create undead, I think Gerald would react appropriately. He's just a little distracted by his rod at the moment. He'll work himself out.
Excuse me,
figure
he'll
it.
wipe himself out?
Whatever you just said, Rudy, it sounds terrifying. And I don't really want to think about it right now until I'm done. But I think I'm very close.
Yeah.
So whatever horrible nightmare
7
you're
days.
walking through,
Been working that rod for
Oh.
7 days.
7 days straight. And then right when he's close, we start talking to him about terrifying things to just break it up.
yes, look, I just need to concentrate on it a little bit more.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
keep playing
need
with your
Talks
shark.
of terrifying stingers right now,
Feel
Rudy,
free.
please.
We'll fast forward. It is the morning of the 9th day. This is the day you're supposed to head east to board the Winter's Claw to take you to Trollhead. You'll
Can I finish the thing?
You all
Joyce, I just
wake
want to
up.
finish the thing.
You all wake up to find Gerald still feverishly working on his rod. You may roll your final Arcana check.
It's the gift that keeps
Are
on giving.
we children?
Gerald, we're going to miss the boat. Hurry up and finish, will you?
I'm trying, Rudy. I'm trying. Look, you looking over my shoulder doesn't help.
Yes, maybe Gerald's shy when he works.
Okay, everyone turn around so Gerald can finish.
Oh no.
Please, what do I need to roll? Let me get this.
Hang on, let me, wait, hang on, I haven't prepared the head for today. I need to go prepare the head, hold on.
Just the tip.
Yeah, and I will say for
Oh, no.
for Nana and Rudy,
Go on,
you may
go.
go through your spells if you want to change anything out. Anything out.
I actually
Oh,
already
yeah.
did. I've already done, yeah.
Perfect. Okay,
And then,
what did you get for your Arcana check?
oh, it's Arcana I'm rolling? Okay.
Yes.
Oop. Not a great roll, but it's a 15.
15 is a success.
Hooray! Great success!
No, regular
High
success.
five.
You
Regular success.
so you
Regular success.
you finish the rod, and you give it a last once over, looking it over, and it just you finish the final inscription as you've been working feverishly this last through the night. You've slept back and forth. You slept an hour, went back to work an hour. All through the last days, you've just been pushing the limits of sleep while still getting enough sleep. And you finally,
It was like a whole 80s rock montage.
yeah.
Imagine.
And at last, you push the Pearl of Power into where the fitting in the Darkwood branch. And there's definite, holding it in your hand, there's a definite surge of power through the entire thing. It seems to have connected.
Yes.
And there's
Eureka!
for a quick moment, it does look like there's embers inside the fibers of the wooden rod. And then they die down.
Perfect.
Oh.
Thank you all for your assistance. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Yes. And you may add the Rod of the Pact Keeper to your inventory.
Excellent.
Sorry, what was that name again?
It's called the Rod of the Pact Keeper.
Did you hear Peck Keeper? Because I sure
I
did.
did, and I was about to make a pecker joke, but that's okay. We're all good.
I was like, the what keeper now?
Excellent. And because it is an item that requires attunement, can I say, because I've been just working on it so long,
definitely.
that I could have
Feel
attuned
free
in the
to
process?
tune. Feel free to tune.
Excellent.
And I will say,
You've done so well with your branch.
I will say 15 was just one short of getting the
No,
the super
don't
special.
tell me that, Josie.
Do you have inspiration? Do you want to re-roll?
Man, well, I haven't been able to stream for like the past 2
Oh,
weeks.
yeah.
So I haven't been able to gather any
Did
points.
any of
have,
us
like,
give out
one in
inspiration
store?
to Roju?
If anyone wants to, I'll allow it. If anyone wants to give their
I
inspiration away.
can. I have an extra one up my sleeve. Yeah.
Oh, you would do that for me? Thank you.
Here.
Oh. Well, Nana, because you'd be helping me with that like Pearl of Power right at the top, because I need your fine a little bit of Druidcraft just to wind those little bits of Darkwood around to grasp.
That
onto
makes
the
sense.
pearl.
That makes sense to me. Have my inspiration.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, that is way better. That is a 21.
21.
On
Wow.
Nana.
Okay, I want you.
Nana.
I want
Oh,
you now.
Nana.
I want you to roll a d2. Just in
Yeah.
any way. Flip a
A D.
coin, roll a d4, divide by half, however you want to do it.
Just
Okay. Well, I'll just roll a d4 and half it.
Good shit.
Well, that's a 1.
0.5.
That's a
you
one.
round.
There's a moment after the embers die down where they then pulse again, even stronger, and you feel this surge of energy just linger. There
Ooh.
might be a beneficial effect the next time you use the feature of the rod.
Ooh. The as in like, well, because technically, anytime I cast a spell through it for the benefits of, or are you talking about specifically the
When you recharge.
recouping a spell?
Yes, when you
Okay,
recharge
cool.
a slot with it.
No problems. Excellent. Thank you so much, Nana. I think yes, it was just missing that extra touch.
Oh yes, I could see. Right where the tips meet, and that you just have to. It's
Yes, you
woodworking,
absolutely-
basic woodcraft. Yes.
And then you hear a knock on the
Absolutely
door.
got it.
Oh, sure.
Hello. Who is it?
Arthur answers it.
And it is it is Pesty. I was just coming by. Is everyone here? Wow. I haven't seen all of you in so
Please,
long.
please come in.
We're
Come in.
I
Come in.
don't know how much time we have. We're getting we're heading towards the boat that I mentioned. It's going to leave pretty soon. I heard we have to get ready. Apparently someone else was coming along on it. I don't know which. But we're just about to leave. Sin is just enough to travel. They've given us some help.
whoa, Pesty, slow down. You're leaving on a boat today, yes?
Yes, I told
To the
Nana and
north,
Arthur
yes?
we're leaving. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
because
Good.
where?
So the boat's
We're
here.
also traveling
Oh,
north today.
really?
Yeah, didn't they mention it? Did they not mention that
No.
we're
Oh,
all?
I don't think we mentioned a date.
No. They did not. Wow, that's a wonderful coincidence, really. I'm sure Sin will be thrilled. She's still upstairs. We don't want to be late. Even though I guess
Before we
the
go
witch-
upstairs. How is Sin? Like, with
she's-
everything?
She's okay. She I think she's holding back a lot. We had to talk the morning after you visited, and I don't know, she seems determined. She she wants to look forward. Agrees that we should just leave. Let's and not look
Okay.
back.
Yep.
For
How about physically? Is she okay? Is she recovered from the illness that ailed her?
No, they actually gave us one of those kicking sleds that Lena had, but a smaller one. And she's
it seems to me like I've got a couple of days free, and I can take care of whatever's nipping her. I can nip whatever in the bud's affecting her. Leave it with me, Pesty. I got this.
Okay, sure, but we're taking off for the boat. Are you coming on the same boat? Are you all ready to leave?
Oh, look,
Gerald, you going with your rod?
take us 2 minutes to pack up.
Okay, we'll be.
Look, we are all packed up. We were waiting.
Yeah, I was looking at Gerald when I said that.
Oh, everything else is in my backpack. I only have out what I've been using to work on this, and he sort of just like opens the top of the bag, one arm on the end of the table, and just sweeps anything that was left into the bag.
I'm pretty sure that cushion wasn't. Oh, never mind. It's in the bag now. Okay.
But yeah, you
Wait, have we got all the shampoos and conditioners from the bathroom? Have
Oh,
we left
God.
There's
one of the candlesticks went in there.
I already
as
used them all.
well.
Damn it.
There was like a fork that someone had left there from dinner. He just all in the bag.
Oh my god.
you head upstairs and you see in like full winter clothing, packed, like almost like wearing one coat too many, looking stiff as she turns around and sees you all, is Sin. Just standing in the lobby and says,
Hi,
just
Sin.
smiles, still looks flushed, but looks more energetic, more awake, more aware, and says, hey everyone, you're all packed. Wait, what's going on? What's going on?
Oh, it just turns out that there's only one boat leaving. Would you believe it or not? So I guess we're all going on it together.
Going on the same one?
It must be.
Our work here is done, and yes, we're all departing on the boat.
Oh, wonderful. And you hear from behind Madame Tusk goes, well, I guess I won't be seeing any of you all. You all have a great trip. I just ask for the keys to the room returned. And she holds out a hand.
I think I had one.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
I
sure
give that
Goose
back.
had another one.
Goose had another.
Goose had one.
Yeah,
as well.
I think it was
So,
Goose
yeah.
and
You hand
yeah.
them
Yeah.
in, and
If it was just 2 keys, yeah.
yeah, she makes a note in the ledger and smiles. And Pesty's like halfway out the door, just holding the door open, like ushering Sin out. And Madame Tusk doesn't say anything, but gives like half a wink to Arthur.
Arthur quickly runs
What a
over
tease!
and
No,
just sort of grabs her
no.
hand and goes, I'll never forget you, and just runs away.
Nana sees this and goes,
And she just
Thanks for
smiles.
Tommy.
She's just got like this like
Arthur, that's all Arthur wants.
I think Madame Tusk has learned her lesson not to, you know, if they seem desperate, don't turn.
It's only a point that Gerald actually picks up on what had been going on, and he sort of like looks from the two of them, and sort of you can see the penny drop. He's like, oh. Leans over to Nana and be like, "Is that why we've been staying here for free?"
and Nana just smiles
Oh
and
my
walks
god.
away.
and she
Arthur,
walks
Wait.
was that
away.
good?
Did we have a tab? Were we supposed to settle that?
Nope.
The
Oh,
city,
We're gone
I
now.
thought we settled
We're
it
gone
at the
now.
beginning. Oh no,
the
no,
city's
no.
covering us because that's part of the.
We got paid.
Oh,
to
that's
stay
right.
here,
Yeah.
Okay.
But Nana's gonna
Oh.
let you think that was why, because you weren't paying attention, and that's funny to Nana.
Oh no.
And me.
Oh.
Also, speaking of which, did we get the final coffer from the city?
You did, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
We
yeah.
did? Okay, cool.
I will say though, retroactively, those of you who participated, this including Goose, I'll talk to Danny off stream. You did have 35 gold that you could trade in at any one store for stuff. So.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, I believe it was Arthur, Nan, and Goose.
Just food, just rations. You know, Nana.
That's a lot of rations now.
That's a lot of rations.
That's a lot of rations.
How many?
Fucking stutter.
But like, how store could you get for 35 gold?
How many what?
Wow.
What could you get from the pet store for 35 gold?
I could get that eagle that my owl doesn't like.
No, like as in feed for your owl and stuff like that, like long term.
No, Nana knows what I meant. Look at that face. That's someone.
Oh. We're on the way to the boat now. We gotta.
I said we can talk.
I don't know,
we
there's
can
a
talk.
spider
We
there.
can say retroactively because
Yeah, we can talk retroactively later about what stuff you picked up. We don't have
Yeah.
we don't have to do it now. But as you step outside, you do
Go.
see for some reason I'm not getting audio anymore. What the hell's happening? Whatever.
Oh,
Wait, can you not hear us?
No, I'm not getting.
Oh, you mean Syrinscape?
Regardless,
Yeah, that's gone.
you step outside and you see this sled that has like cushioning on it, and Sin promptly hops up and gets seated, and Pesty just starts walking it like a sled stroller, and
nice.
and it just looks at all of you and says, "What a coincidence that we're all going to the same place." It's I mean, if anything, it'll make the trip more pleasant. The question is then, do you think we'll end up on the same boat from Troll Hat?
It's altogether possible. We are heading north, I believe, further from Troll Hat, and
Because
heading
I
back towards.
you know, I've never actually been to the outpost, but I was told that that's where we're headed today.
Oh, you mean Troll Hat?
Yes.
Oh, it's quite a nice little town. They've got a good
There's
bar.
a lovely what was it? It was a pub. What did you?
It was
a
a-
pub, right?
Yeah, it was
Well,
an inn,
cool.
like
Yeah,
inn slash
Yeah,
pub.
yeah. Oh,
kind
they've
of
got a
thing.
lovely inn. We'll have to buy you an ale.
Oh,
Very warm.
I'd
That's
love
nice,
one.
nice.
I'd actually I would that would be so nice.
No, I'm not too sure how much time there is between the connecting boats, but
We can smuggle it on a boat. She's like elbowing Pesty.
I'm sure it wouldn't be much trouble.
Sorry, I was just checking the audio. That's why it's got the spooky.
Yep, it's working.
So while this is all happening, Arthur would like to let Madeline out of the cage and fly freely. And talking in my spell, as in speak with animals, I say to Madeline, make sure you stay close to us, but have some freedom.
I
And
need
then
to make an
Arthur
animal
sort of,
handling check.
oh no.
You're a
If you
ranger.
get one,
You should
just
have
Madeline just-
infinite animal handling.
13, I'd say.
Wait,
enough.
hang on. Hold on. Why is your animal handling only +2?
Because I've got other things that needed to go in to make my
my
stuff up higher.
I'll say
Trust me.
with you can roll with advantage because you've got speak with animal going, so you can directly communicate.
Yep. Okay.
Rudy can handle animals. better than
Advantage.
Arthur.
She's like, "Peace out, dum dum."
Just roll one more time.
Oh, well, okay. All right. Roll one more time. Sorry.
Yeah.
16.
16.
That's
16?
better.
Yeah, that's better. And Madeline looks at you and says, "Fine," and then just takes off. Just flies off.
Madeline.
Arthur also kind of looks puzzled, and he's never thought of this before. But he's got to call forth a horse and go. He sort of looks at the crowd and go, I call forth Arthur.
What? We're going on a boat, Arthur. We don't need a horse.
I
Why?
need something to ride to get to there.
Oh my god.
And you summon a horse, and the horse looks obnoxious and full of itself.
Amazing.
It just
Amazing.
looks like one of those like super styled prancing competition horses.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yes.
But yeah,
Does it have that like competition gait where they do that? You know, that little
Like
like.
the Tennessee Trotters. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
definitely.
Yes.
Was it dressage, isn't it?
Oh, my
that
god.
might be it. Yeah.
Look
But-
at how sad Orb is.
Does it like tippy tap around puddles of water rather than go through them like a normal manly horse would?
It looks there's not really a lot of water. It starts tippy tapping, but it looks reluctant to have Arthur ride on it. It looks towards Nana and Sin and just sighs.
You did this to yourself, Orb. You only have yourself to blame.
This was not the reaction.
my
I thought I
God.
was going to have the best relationship with this sword.
Nah.
Nope.
I clearly am not.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
you're just having a mirror thrown up in front of you. You're not liking it.
Is this how you guys see me?
Orb, it's how we see Arthur.
Yeah.
You're getting too into it.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
no, that's
Regardless.
what I meant.
Yeah,
as you're
absolutely.
heading, it takes you about an hour, nearly two, to get to the river. You're headed straight east from the city, and Pesty pretty much just asks you what you've been doing. He's pretty much locked up in the hostel, taking care of Sin for the past week, and he just asks what have y'all been up to in your cities. He asks about anything you've been doing, and Sin is listening intently, and she's just looking at the horse, like studying the horse as it's apparated out of nowhere. It's like, how?
I
How
asked
did
Sin if
Arthur
Sin wants
make
to
a
ride.
horse?
Arthur sort of goes, Sin, do you want to jump on the horse?
And there's a
I'll get
moment.
off and you go.
Sin looks super excited, and Pesty says, let's wait until Sin feels 100%, please. We don't want to take any chances here. Looks at the horse.
I was
like,
just about to summon 2 horses to one up him, but I won't. I'm not going to. Anyway.
I spent the last week making a very interesting artifact. Have a look at this. And Gerald pulls out his
Rod?
the rod that he's created. Yep, whips out his rod.
in front of
Eventually,
everyone.
these jokes will stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Eventually,
never.
these jokes will stop, but it's not today.
No,
Never.
no.
And yeah, sort of like shows it to them. He's quite proud of his work. It's the first time he's made something of this kind of level, and he's like, yes, look at the dark wood. We've got it used to be a pearl of power that I've attached at the top, and you can see it's druid crafted the dark wood in a spiral around it, and in the middle here, this pearl is actually from the plane of water, if you can believe it.
Yeah,
or
and
not.
as you're
And I'm
droning
using it
on
as
about
that.
it, you're explaining it. You're
He's
going
just
into
going
detail.
on about all the things. He's very
Pesty
proud.
just like does the whole like smile and nod, and then starts talking to Nana. And Sin is eating everything up, asking like, "What's a pearl of power? Where's the plane of water? Where'd you get the wood from?"
Gerald is more than happy to like
Just keeps going like,
regale
where,
every
why,
detail.
how, where, how, why, when.
Yeah, every deal is like, and yes, and you'll see that there were some cracks in the top of this pearl, and it was making it difficult to work with. But I think I've actually used it to balance the powers as it channels through the rod itself. Is a kind of a fire meets water kind of synergy. And
That's
it's quite fascinating.
that's cool.
I'm so glad you have a keen interest.
Yeah. Pesty says he's gonna try to get me into magic school.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, he said we were gonna head north to the capital and something about a college and magic.
Yes, indeed. I studied there myself.
You did?
I did, yes. There's many books on magic and many classes to teach you the basics and more advanced techniques. I dare say, if you have such a keen interest as you've shown to my humble workings here, I'm sure you could, with the right attitude, you could absolutely make it.
Yeah. I just have this feeling. It just feels like I could do it. I just don't know how. Does that make sense?
I understand completely.
I just feel like it's
there
there.
are many-
It's like if someone could just tell me how to get it out, it feels like I could do it, you know?
I would suspect you, if that is the case, and if you are correct, you could be well on your way to studying the art of sorcery.
Wow. Really?
That is
You
the
think I
nature
could?
of drawing power from oneself. My arts are not exactly. I'm closer to a wizard, I would say, but I do know maybe a thing or two about sorcery and such as.
Does everyone get a cool book?
Well, it depends on your. I mean, you can certainly have a cool book.
I'm gonna get a cool book.
You could absolutely, yes. Whether you use it as a wizard does, or whether you use it as a sorcerer perhaps might. Sorcerers use books less so, more about bringing power from within themselves and forcing it on the world around them. Whereas wizarding's more a case of you, more mental discipline and things written down and more study and things like that. Where sorcery is
There's gonna be homework?
it's more figuring it all out. Oh, there's going to be so much homework. You're going to have a great time.
Yeah, and you keep
Oh
talking.
my
You keep talking about it. She's showing a lot of interest, still asking about your experience at school. But eventually, you can tell she's getting tired, and eventually she stops asking questions. And at one point, as you're going on a rant about like one of the classes you went to, you realize she's fallen asleep. And
And I imagine it's like quite some time after she's fallen asleep that I realize this as well.
most likely,
I mean, like, sleep tight then.
yeah. And she
And I'll just.
and it's maybe 20 minutes later. You see ahead of you. You're coming towards the river, and you see ahead of you what looks to be a low boat of some kind. It looks to be made out of wood predominantly, and there's no mast, no sail. It looks long more than it looks high. Like there's just the deck, and at the very back there looks to be maybe one cabin that's like a half floor down. And there's this little like rudimentary ladder that's just leading on top, and you can see on the ship as you're coming close, you see two giants. They're just idling. They're just standing on the boat talking. You see a still fairly tall, wide, but nowhere near giant size, like just a bit smaller than Lena. You see wearing thick furs and a large fluffy hat. You see this gray-skinned person who waves at all of you, and as you come closer, walks down the steps and says, "Welcome, welcome," and shoots a hand out and says, "I'm Captain Gresham Grek." And he is standing like quite a bit taller than everyone else here.
It's in tight.
Kazoo tight.
And I'd say probably the most likely person to know Nana would know that this is a Goliath. And Rudy.
Andrew. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
There you go.
That's cool.
I'd like to
Gresham
shake his
Grek?
hand.
Is Greshaw Grek.
Greshaw.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go. Okay.
Greshaw.
Arthur comes forward and says, "G'day, Captain. How are you?"
Good. The weather is great. And you look up, and it's a slight cloudy, and light snowfall, but there's good wind. And says the weather's pretty good.
It looks still.
Well,
it's
we don't.
pretty good still. Or...
This is pretty good weather, I'd say, for the season. Could be a lot worse.
Oh,
And we
okay.
we don't really bother with the wind, as you see. No sails. We're going to be using the currents. We got oars, the giants here. And he points up and he says, we got Karj and we got Bernhild. And we'll be the crew. And we estimate
awesome.
And he starts counting out all of you. That seems to be everyone. Are you all traveling? I am pretty sure it takes out a piece of paper. 2 parties? But you're all traveling together? You all know each other?
Oh, yes, it appears so.
Well, that's
We met
nice.
on the way to here.
I will let you all know, in case of bad weather, there will be tarps we can string up. We do not have the cabin. The one cabin is currently in use. We're transporting, looks over towards the giants, prisoner, I believe. And
Oh,
we in case of bad weather,
not
we'll strap up a
dangerous,
tarp.
are they?
No, they're under lock and key. And they're being sent to
Good.
exile, I've heard. After we drop you all off in Troll Hat, we're heading out into open waters to the east to find somewhere to drop them
Dropped
off.
in the ocean, are you?
God, I
or-
hope
No.
it's
We'll find a landmass or ice mass.
Captain, can you just come here for a second? Like, come
Yes.
down, like. And I whisper into his ear. I'm like, for a person who's not very sea-bound, would there be a bucket and a place I could maybe go hang out on? I'm afraid I'm okay with still
he
water.
stands back up and he like overly loudly says, "If you get sick, you just toss it over the railing, sir.
Yeah. Look,
Just-
I'm not
just
gonna
lean
get
over.
Sick. Yeah.
Give it your best."
Yeah, look, I don't think I'm gonna get sick, but I'm in for my party mates.
Sure.
Nana, surely Nana has a tea that helps queasiness. Surely it's like Dramamine.
Rudy sees Nana going for the bag and puts a hand on Nana's shoulder and shakes his head.
So Arthur's gonna sort of just hang out near the side of the boat.
Oh no.
And as you're all, Greshaw very quickly helps, pretty much just picks up the little like sled stroller with Sin in it, and just like with it over his head, Sin is just like holding on, like this big smile, but also like holding on to the sledge, just walked up the stairs and placed down on deck. And says, "Well, all aboard, we're taking off as soon as everyone is on. We
Hang on, I just
estimate-
gotta get Madeline. Madeline!
Yeah, and it just like flying, circling above you. Madeline comes down and lands on your.
Alright,
on
come
your
Madeline,
hand.
into your cage.
Yeah,
come into your
steps
cage.
in.
And I sort of just hang it somewhere.
Yeah,
so
there's
Madeline
there's
can
like
see.
lantern posts near where the one cabin is, and you can hear from inside. You can hear what sounds like banging, rustling, heavy grunts, sounds of metal.
I speak with animals again,
Okay.
with Madeline, and I say, "Look, Madeline, don't get scared. They've got them all under control right there in that cabin there. Just if you feel like you want to be moved, squawk twice, because I've only got 10 minutes of this, and if we're traveling for a little while,
Oh my god, the audacity.
just make
not
2
a
sounds twice in a row."
Yeah, she does like a little tip tap, like side steps back and forth, and says, and sighs. Okay, fine.
Are you okay? You are sighing. Is there something I could do better for you?
You could just. Never mind.
No.
Aggressive owl! Oh
Arthur's got both hands going. No, whatever it is.
And
Talk to
the captain sort of like elbows Gerald, and it's like the captain's forearm is like the size of Gerald's thigh. It's just like elbows Gerald and
He's
says,
like elbows.
Is that one actually talking to the owl, or should I be worried?
In my experience thus far, I would recommend both.
Yes,
And
I
he
was
just,
thinking the
it
same.
just then it just slaps you on the back, lets out a bellowing laugh. Good one.
Gerald
Good one.
flat on the deck.
Amazing.
And you then see both one of the giants has taken one of these massive oars and is pushing off from the ice, and the other one seems to be steering, almost acting like a rudder on the other side. And Madeline then says, "But you could just let me fly. We're on a boat. I could keep an eye out."
But are you going to stay with me? The thing is, Madeline, I seem to love you a lot more than you seem to love me. And I'm not
Oh, no.
Oh
I'm not
god.
saying this is a bad thing or a good thing. It's just
Oh my god.
I've lost a lot of things, and I've grown very
So awkward.
to you.
I just can't. I just can't.
But if you,
If this was a rom-com, I would have turned it off by now. Fuck me. I
So
can't.
glad that we can't understand.
but
what
if
you're saying.
you want to be let free into the wild,
Oh.
you're more than welcome to. But I
She-
want you to let you know, you actually do mean a lot to me.
And she poofs up her feathers, like the frill of the neck kind of just, and she looks away a little bit and says, "Dum dum."
Oh, she like.
Sundari!
That's so cute.
Sundari owl!
I open the cage and I give it the look like
Yeah, she steps
like I
she
like
steps
it. Fuck
she
up.
steps over to your hand and sort of like fluffs her feathers again, gives you a little nibble on the cheek, and then takes off.
Aww. Orvin is the owl.
That's sweet.
He has already gotten over Madame Tusk. He's found a new love.
Sundari
Madame Tusk
Madeline.
too. I
love
don't
it.
know her.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm done. If you
I
finish
was-
it
I
right
was
there,
gonna
I am
start-
a happy man.
I was going to start taking levels in Druid just so he can turn into an owl soon.
I'm almost there, baby. I'm close.
If you'd ever replace Madeline as like a trick, just a joke, I'm gonna be so goddamn angry.
Just imagine at one point in the future you just go to
Nana.
talk to Madeline in the cage, and you're being all sweet, and it's just Nana that goes like, "Heh heh."
Oh, dab dab.
Hey, Arthur!
Now tell me your deepest, darkest secrets.
Yes.
If it starts going, have you eaten breakfast this morning? Then I know something is sus.
But as like at the very same moment you shunt your hand upwards, Madeline takes off, and the boat starts rocking as you're headed forwards, and you're propelled forward by the current as well as the giants, one on each side, and they're standing up, just working these massive oars, and they're not doing like row, row, row. It's like very leisurely, just like giving the extra push. And the captain says, "We estimate to be arriving in Troll Hat just after nightfall. Be prepared that it might get extra cold just before we arrive. Other than that, just sit back and enjoy yourselves, I suppose."
Question for DM.
Yeah.
Is there a space on this deck where there's like 10 foot clear?
Yes.
Excellent.
I can.
If you sink this fucking boat, Rohan, I swear to God, I'll be so angry.
I think I know exactly what Roju's about to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess.
I think I know what he's about to do.
Hold on. I'm gonna see
Yeah.
if I
Oh,
can
he's
find...
making a. I see.
He's
what
gonna
you're
make the
doing.
tiny house, the tiny
Yeah,
hut.
the tiny house. That's actually pretty
Yeah.
brilliant.
God, this,
Well, considering that you're probably exhausted anyway.
Well,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
here's the boat.
I'm a thorn whip it.
While you're getting that ready,
Ooh.
Arthur's already spewing up over the side. He's already.
Nice.
That-
Arthur's not allowed in the
Okay.
tiny hut.
So we got
I'm
I am
Arthur.
both impressed
throwing
by
up.
the map, and I'm also terrified that you have a battle map for this boat.
Well, it's
Josie.
a boat. Let's just
It's
you
a
just
very
assume
bright
these stairs.
Cool.
No,
Yeah.
wait, wrong. This area it's all flat. These stairs lead up like half a floor, and there's also like one stair in the middle actually that leads down half a floor to a door.
Awesome.
So at the
tiny
very
hut can
at the
last
like
for-
at the floor, you could definitely find enough space to set this up.
Excellent. Yes.
I'll just place all of you out.
Yeah, yeah. And what time is it at the moment?
It is noon-ish.
Okay, cool. All right, so 8 hours, and we're probably there, basically, right?
Yeah.
Well, thereabouts. Cool. Well, then in that case, I'll ask the captain again. Excuse me, Captain. Is there a space about 10 foot that wouldn't get in anyone's way?
I mean, sure.
If I were to
we
set up
don't-
a small area for us to sit?
If you wish, you may. There's well, any available space, and you realize there's like all of your belongings have been like tied down under a net, just about here, and the rest is just clear deck.
Cool. Awesome. All right then. And he pulls out a little crystal bead out of his bag and starts rolling it around and sets up basically a ritual cast of tiny hut in that space. And up to 9 creatures can be in it, so it'll be all of us plus our 2 friends.
Yeah, and
Nice.
while you're casting, Sin is paying close attention, and it's like when you're starting to cast a ritual, she bombards you with questions, and eventually you just have to tell her to be quiet and stop answering questions. You just focus, because like it's like every new thing you do in the ritual, she just go like, "Oh, what's that for? Oh, why are you doing that? How does that work?" Just every new step of the ritual.
It's like,
Oh no! I love it.
I respect your enthusiasm. Please hold questions until after the show is complete.
Okay.
I will ask you one more question, though. I only want to know one thing from you.
Oh.
Pick a color, any color.
Oh.
What is your favorite color?
She's just like looking around, like orange.
Orange, excellent. The dome is going to be opaque and orange from the outside.
And as you summon it, I believe is this the first time all of you have seen it?
Yeah, this is the
think
first
so,
time I'm
yeah.
casting.
Yeah.
It's essentially a hemisphere, if I recall.
Mhm.
It's a dome.
Yeah, that's right. It's like a 10-foot dome.
That just appears. It just like seemed to expand rapidly, like from Gerald, and it forms this barrier. And you hear immediately the captain goes, "Is this safe?"
Safer than the boat is, yes.
And anyone who's looking, he does the whole.
Oh, it looks like a fruit. Just half a fruit, though. You know, like one of
Yeah,
those
it's like
cantaloupes.
half an orange. Yeah.
Yeah. She doesn't say orange, though. She specifically goes cantaloupe for some reason. It's not right, but it's not wrong.
Arthur's gonna try and crawl over with, like,
Come
just
in, everyone.
anything,
Wait, are we
anything
sure,
to
are we
you
sure you
in.
want Arthur inside our place of residence for the next few hours? He seems a little green.
Oh,
I'm sure I have something for that.
Nana,
yes,
Nana.
Arthur. Maybe you stay with your head over the edge. Everyone else is like.
I just need to sleep. Just
Yeah,
Oh,
back to the
side.
railing.
to the railing with you.
If you throw up in the tiny house, I'm gonna laugh so fucking hard. Can you roll for vomit?
There's
so-
a lingering, there's like a lingering tickle of the scent of something burnt. Like it's like you can't put your finger to it, but inside the tiny hat, it smells like is it something burning? Is it not? Like it's just like just there.
Pleasant smell of wood smoke.
It throws Nana off because she's like, I'm not cooking anything.
Mm.
And I would never smell that if I was.
Yes, so you see this dome of like this orange dome that you can't see through from the outside. But when you go shoot past through it, it's like there's nothing there for you are. As you enter the inside of it, you can see that you can perfectly see out from the dome.
Yeah.
So it's perfectly transparent from the inside. It is perfectly heated. It is the most
Dry.
comfortable temperature. It's dry. There's no
Oh my god.
there's no cold wind. It's just warm and comfortable.
Yes.
I am so glad, Gerald, you have learnt how to use this ability at the end of our time here. Oh, so glad. This is fantastic. I'm thrilled. Over the moon. This will be so useful in the swamp.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it will, Gerald.
I wish I was able to prepare this sooner, but unfortunately, we only had access to the materials required once we arrived at the city. So it was a little bit awkward. Would have been nice to have it earlier, but think of it this way: now we have it forever.
This is good. No, you can't deny that. That is
I
good.
can make it any color as well, which is nice. So, if we were still in the snow, though we're not now, we could have made it white, and we would have been very, very hard to spot.
Oh, the wolves wouldn't have known we were there until they were literally nipping at our feet.
Though they wouldn't have even been able to get to our feet, because only the creatures that I designate can even pass through. In fact, let's, Captain, just do a quick test for me. Ask you to strike this orange dome as hard as you can, and try and put your fist through it even.
Sure. And he seems to lock the helm somehow, and just comes down, looks quizzically.
He's busy, Robert.
Just walks down.
We crashed
And
down.
tentatively puts his hand forward, and it just connects. It just like dunk, like. You want me to hit this as hard as I can?
Yes, please. It would be for my scientific research, if you could.
Sure. And
Or
he
Arcanum research, yes.
sure. And he winds up. Doesn't go for like a full haymaker, but he gives it like a fair shot, and there's just like dunk, like. And he shakes the hand off and says, That looks convenient.
And you just see Gerald's like head for him, because of course it's completely, you can't see through it from the outside. You just see the hat come first, and then Gerald's head sort of pops through it, and he's like, yes, very convenient, isn't it? Looks around and then pops back inside the dome.
And you can get in and out freely, and just like keeps tapping it like almost like
Yes,
looking
yes.
for a spot. Like, is there an entrance?
Amazing.
Yes. Basically, if I leave, though, it will disappear. So I have to stay inside.
I see. And then one of the giants go, Captain, and they look up, and like the boat is like turning ever so slightly. Okay. Like rushes back and like starts steering again.
Thank you, Captain. Gerald waves, but then he realizes, of course, he can't see.
Yeah.
So Arthur wants to call out Madeline and sort of like feeding time. This time he's gotten rid of everything in his stomach. So he's actually standing up. He's sort of walking towards. And he's like, oh, guys, can I come in with Madeline and feed Madeline a little bit? Still looking very green in the face, but very much assuring that, you know, he's got nothing left to yes.
Yeah. As you come towards, you still being outside the dome, you see that the boat is coming upon one of these crossroads in the river, and you're just about you catch Madeline. You get ready to head inside when all of a sudden the boat just takes a harsh turn and just starts wobbling even more. I mean, I'm looking at the map. That's where you are.
I'm looking at the map.
I'm looking at the map.
Doesn't matter if you ever gonna. Have you been seasick before? Or
Actually, I've been on as a Navy cadet. I've been on boats
right.
all my life.
Yeah,
I have actually never been seasick. I've experienced a lot of other people being seasick.
right.
The first thing that Arthur will do is just drop to the floor.
Just drop down.
Wait, with Madeline.
Pretty much. That's like an instant reaction to his seasickness that you just got to get somewhere. You get on your gut and you start going to an edge. So,
Nana's taking pity. There's something in my bag. I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Arthur sort of goes, just holds Madeline up for someone to grab real quickly,
Nana.
and he's making his way back to the side of the boat.
Alright, Nana's just following him, like digging in her bag with one hand and going, I'm really sorry you have to see him like this, but you know, he's usually really good on land.
And
Just to Madeline as
Madeline's
an
just looking looking from Arthur to you and back again, just sitting there. And the day passes by. Several hours go by, and as the sun starts to creep down lower on the horizon, Arthur, have you at this point entered the hut, or are you still outside?
He's attempting each time to come back in. He's gonna try and get a couple of hours sleep because he doesn't actually sleep.
Just on that, I was just rereading Tiny Hut, and the thing is that it's not people I designate that can move through it freely. It's actually whoever was in the space at the time that it popped into existence.
I'd say we could easily do. You summon it once, and you and Sin are moving in and out freely, and then you have to recast it.
Yeah. I'll move out of the space so it disappears.
Oh my
And I'm like, all right, everyone into the space, and I can recast it.
Yeah. And
That's
I
funny.
will say then, everyone, you're all resting inside. Calm. It's been calm now. You've just passed another one of these crossroads in the river, and when all of a sudden the boat stops, it just comes to a lurching stop, and the captain goes, What was that? No, there's no sound. It just stops. There's and you get the whole bus effect, the bus stop effect, where you're just like, whoa.
Shit.
Everyone know the bus stop
Oh,
effect.
look at this water battle.
Well, I suppose we better. Captain, is everything all right?
I'm not sure. Anything wrong? And the giants, they're just they try to push forward, and you're moving forward. It's just it's very sluggish, very slow. There's some sort of resistance, and one of the giants goes, I don't know. There's something holding us back. What's going on really? And then one of the other giants suddenly just seizes up. And the first giant goes, Karj? Karj, what's going on over there? And the giant just goes, and the captain says, what is that? And you see, coming over the railing, you see three figures.
No.
Yes, you do. Unless you close your eyes. Unless you close your eyes. You see, coming over the railing, you see first, you've seen these before. They look like they've got greenish blue, scaly, rough skin. They got fins for ears, gills, webbed hands. And
Oh no.
one comes up. We'll now say that all of you are here. You're huddled inside the tiny hut.
We're in our little.
Yeah. One comes up over here, right by where the giant. It's not moving. It looks like it's trying to move, but it can't. And this one comes up and just puts like a hand on the giant and just shows its teeth and walks right by. Another one comes up on the other side, and like just by where the stairs up are, and it looks different. It's got like protrusions over its body, like these small. It looks almost like it's got tiny squid tentacles, like on patches over its body, and it's just one of its eyes is a lot more bulbous than the other, and it just crawls up. And at the back, where the captain is, you don't see it at first. You hear the captain says, no, nope. And he just bulls. He says, we're gonna need all the help we can get for this. I'm not cut out. And as you hear something heavy, and you can see the top. It still looks like one of these creatures, one of the Thagen, but it's massive. Even like the half floor up, you can see its shoulders. And you see it's coming closer. It grabs the helm. And in two right arms, it carries a massive spear. And you see it's four-armed as one gets up behind here. The captain runs down.
Damn.
The captain jumps over and all the way down to the door where the cabin is and says, "I don't care if this is a bad person. We need everything." And the giant's still able to move. Says, Captain, no, and just starts running towards the captain, who's like fidgeting with the keys, and runs. And Captain's like just yanks the door open and heads inside, and the other giant just looks towards all of you with panic in his eyes, like pure panic, like, what do I do? And heads back in and slams the door behind them, and you can just hear, like, arguing from inside. This large one just walks up. This door just walks up, still, like, one hand on the actual helm. Two hands holding onto this massive spear. And they're all dripping with water. And it says something.
How many?
There's three
How
of
many
them.
arms does it
It
have?
has 4 arms.
Oh damn!
And it looks at the one that has like the protrusions and the bulbous eyes, and it says something. And you recognize again, this is the way that the one Sahagin you interrogated spoke.
Shit.
And the one with these tentacles all over it, holding in its hand a blade covered in like barnacles. It almost looks like it might be made out of like sharpened corals or something. And it turns towards, just looks around, sees the hut and says, "I know magic. We know you here."
I don't think he knows we're here.
It says in common. All of you hear this. It says in common.
Gerald, look,
Amazing.
normally I take your instance, but it looks like it's looking at us, and it spoke our language. So,
Yes,
All right, what do you
Yeah.
want then?
before we go any further, Gerald, can we shoot out of this?
Well, about that. Not exactly. Kind of.
Well, they can't get in because we proved that with the captain. But if I can shoot them with my arrows from the safety of in ear,
It walks
Rudy,
up and
Rudy,
it starts poking the dome and says,
Yes.
"Come out."
Rudy
No,
exits
thank
from the
you,
other
we're
side
quiet.
of the
No, Rudy,
dome.
stay inside. No, Rudy,
Mm-hmm.
Rudy exits from the
we're
side of the
perfectly
dome.
safe in here.
That's
Okay,
from the other
so-
side.
And like, so he's like, he like gets
You
close.
step
to me, 'cause
outside, and
obviously
as you
he
step
wants to
outside,
hear.
it traces you with the blade and says, "Where is heart? We know it here." Just looks around.
I,
And so I whisper to Arthur and Anna and whoever's
Goose.
still in the dome, Goose. I'll be like, okay, so the deal is that objects can pass freely through the dome as long as they were in here at the time when we cast it. So any weapons and ammunition you have on you should be able to pass straight through. However, Nana, you and I are at more of a disadvantage because the spells and other magical effects cannot extend through the dome or be cast through it. So we'll need to stick ourselves a little bit out of the dome to cast any spells on them. But you can rain arrows all day, Arthur.
Arthur is very pleased to hear this.
You see this
Right.
one giant still on deck is like, you can see like the
Yeah.
face tensing. There's like, I can't move.
Unfortunately, the gentleman that probably knows what you're looking for has gone in there. We are just travelers on the ship. We don't actually know what it is you're looking for.
We
Smooth talking,
know
Rudy.
it here. We sense it.
Back in the dome, Rudy. Rudy, please
Well,
get back in the
again-
dome.
Captain, we are not the captains of the ship. The captain did exit through that exit over there.
And you see the big one says something like snarky, and just raises its chin. And translating back to you, this one Sahagin says, "The Baron says, if you no come out, we sink ship. And see how good your barrier is."
Arthur ready his bow with a special arrow with the freezing tips for at the big guy.
Arthur, any magical effects won't extend through the dome. Don't use your magical ammunition.
Okay, he
It's
changes
not
his arrow.
it's not magic. It's like semi magic.
All right, so will my arrow work or not?
I mean, it would. Yeah, I'd allow it.
Okay.
It's different.
Okay, I ready my bow and I'm looking at sort of Rudy. I know he can't see in, but I'm just sort of watching until the last sort of negotiations take place, and if all fails, that minute
Well,
let's go with Zaro.
again, I don't know what you want me to do with a sword pointed at me. There is a room just over there with the captain of the ship. Whatever you're looking for, I am sure is in that room.
And it turns around and it seems to translate. And the four-armed one looks down, like over the railing, and
I also
starts
call
walking
out,
almost sideways, just walking down these steps.
Also, if you try and sink the ship, We won't. I won't like that, and you'll be in big trouble, young man.
Oh, Gerald, why?
And it just looks like pokes the hut again and says, "Oh, really?"
Gerald.
Absolutely. We kind of don't want to sink with the ship, although we would be fine, to be honest, for at least a time. But I prefer you didn't. Very inconvenient for us.
Then give us heart. We leave.
Well, what our friend mentioned is quite correct. We don't know or have whatever this heart is. So if you could please just scoot.
And it
And
looks over. It
so
looks
far
over.
away.
It looks over at the other smaller one, of the Sahagin, who's carrying what looks to be just a small blade at their hip, and just looks towards the giant, says something, and they're still shouting from inside the cell, the cabin, and you hear something all of a sudden, and there's just this really this intense arguing going on. You can hear like the slamming and clanging of metal as the Baron is heading down towards the door, and he goes and puts a hand on the door, says something towards the one who translates. Captain knows where heart is.
Probably not.
And translates immediately, and the Baron just takes a hand off the door. Just starts walking towards the dome. Also, like,
Do it.
prodding with his spear. And then walks over.
You'll find it.
Then walks
quite
over to the
impenetrable.
giant who's still stiff,
No.
and just
With
with all four arms,
no,
just
no.
shove them over the edge.
Nana's going for it. Fuck them.
Arthur, let's go, Zamazaro.
Roll initiative.
Well, so
Oh,
yep. at least
Here we go.
Rudy bought a couple of minutes.
Yep.
Because everyone talking in the hut was not going to get us
21.
anywhere.
21.
Fucking one.
Good shit.
Us being in the hut is going to get us everywhere.
Rudy needs to get out of the hut to do anything.
You were already out
Someone's
of the
gotta
hut.
save that man.
I
Someone's
just need
gotta
to
save the
stick my arm
man.
out.
He wants
Should I use my
Uh,
inspiration?
You gave it.
to
You
get a
gave it
higher roll?
away.
You
I
gave
had one in reserve.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Smooth. Okay. What does I'm gonna roll for Goose real quick.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I'm thinking,
What is with
should I
my
use
rolls?
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Fuck it. I never use them. Like, I never use them. Surely this is the time, right? Oh, I
Nah.
can't do anything on my sheet.
Rudy
Rudy
got a
can't do
3.
anything because
Oof.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
I
kind of
got, like,
sorted
an
his,
8.
his pointed at him.
Okay. What's Nana and Gerald?
Mine is a
I got a
7.
7.
15. Oh, yes, 15.
7, and we got a 15. So, I will say, Arthur, you get your free shot. You had an arrow loaded. You can unleash it. Who's your target?
Sweet. The big guy that just pushed.
Wow. Not,
Okay.
not the one with
Go
the
for
sword
it.
pointed at Rudy's throat. Thanks. Thanks,
No,
mate.
well,
Rudy, you'll be fine.
like
You're
I
literally
said, it
unkillable.
was pointed
Yeah, I'm
at him
immortal,
the
it's
whole
okay.
time.
Go for it. Shoot.
15.
You can just
15.
step back through the dome. it's
15. As you unleash the arrow, the low light of the dusk, you go, and it just turns around, and you realize it's carrying. It wasn't just its skin; it's wearing something, and your arrow just slides off, and
What?
goes bloop into the water. 15 is not enough,
What?
and it
Oh my
it
lord.
just snarls towards the dome. Arthur, it's then your actual turn.
Well, I'm gonna attack again.
Go for it.
28.
28 will hit. Is this a normal arrow or special arrow?
Normal arrow this
Okay,
time.
go for it.
11 piercing damage.
11 piercing damage. Hold on. Let me just... Perfect. Yeah, this time you aim carefully, you shoot, and you hit it like right below where it looks to be, where it's carrying this carapace-like breastplate of some sort. You hit it like in like the lower ribs, and it just looks down towards the arrow.
Arthur's gonna do that again.
Go for it.
30.
Crit.
Oh,
You nat
great.
20.
Oh, baby.
Good shit.
Damn.
Critical hit roll. Here it comes.
Go for it. Go for it.
11 damage.
A total of 11.
Yep.
Yep.
Total of 11.
That's still that's 22 damage total
Solid
already.
hit.
Second arrow
Yeah.
you hit, this time you aim higher. You hit it like right above the clavicle. And it's just like stuck in its thick muscular neck, and it just grabs and snaps the arrow off. Just snarling angrily
roll.
towards the dome.
And you can guess what I'm gonna do for my very last thing.
You're gonna shoot
I'm gonna
again?
attack again.
Go for it.
The
Hail of
deadliest
arrows.
30.
segment of
Crit
orange.
again.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
again.
god.
No way. No
It drops
way.
dead right there.
Okay, go for
And
it.
I'm gonna do that for 15.
15. That puts it to 30. I will
Some
say
good
you
damage.
you brought it down to exactly half in one round.
Holy
Whoa.
shit.
Second, again, you shoot
Wow.
similar spot, just like stacking arrows on each other. As it can't tell where you're coming from. It doesn't know when to dodge, from where to dodge. Just, again, it just snaps off the arrow. This time you can see this thick, almost like purplish blood trickling down. And it's just getting ready to move upon the dome. Any movement? Or are you going to stay put?
I'm gonna stay in the dome. I'm not freaking moving.
It's basically a pillbox for you.
Yeah. I'm loving this.
Goose, it's Goose's turn. Goose rolled a 19 for initiative. Is going to just look around,
Nice.
just like accepting the fact that apparently we're fighting now. Going to look around and goes for the wrecker, and then goes for the Gale Axe instead. And runs.
Wise choice.
Yeah, steps out of the dome towards the one that's intercepting Rudy, and is going to go 2 attacks, just tentatively, like 2 attacks with the Gale Axe into the Sahagin. A 24 to hit with the first one. I do believe that will hit. For a total of 10 damage. Oof.
Goose and Rudy. Never a better combination, has there?
Yeah, next attack is a 13 to hit. Question is, will that hit? No. Second, the Sahagin brings the blade up and parries the impact of the axe. And Goose is then going to speak the command word "blast," and the axe just starts whipping with wind. Rudy, you can feel like it's at first it's like wind gets sucked from towards the axe and then starts whipping around it as it starts glowing with a faint greenish color. As they're standing now, stalemate, holding weapon against weapon. Goose just looks over, so in very much like, is this happening? Are we doing this? What are we doing? What's the plan? Gerald, your turn.
Fuck to find out.
Yes. All right. So I just want to check with you, Josie.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to move up to the edge of the dome, because I know obviously if I step out of the area, then obviously the dome dissipates. Can I step to the inside edge of the dome and stick an arm out to release
I'd say
the spell?
Yes, I will say sticking an arm out or a head out is completely fine. I would say the point you need to maintain within the dome would be your torso, like your center of mass.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so that's what I'll do. I will, rod in hand,
Mhm.
I will first of all, as a bonus action, I'm going to hex the biggest one.
Mm-hmm. And what stat are we hexing?
Yes, that is hex.
Yeah, pick a stat. You're hexing stats.
Oh, of course. Yes. Let's see, because it's just ability checks,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So we'll say strength ability checks. You'll have disadvantage on.
Perfect. That's your bonus
And-
action. And I'd say
Yep,
you've
and
moved
then-
like 5 feet to get to the edge of the dome.
Yeah. And then after I've brought Hexy back, I'm going to.
Nope.
I can only cast a cantrip, so I'll be able to go Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
That's my action.
Yeah.
God, I almost missed that one. Amazing.
I evidently did miss it.
18 to
So the
hit.
first Eldritch
Definitely
Blast is
hit.
18 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And he takes 14 damage from the Eldritch Blast,
Nice.
and then the Hex stabs him for
D6 necrotic.
yes, which is an additional 3 necrotic damage.
So 18 points of damage.
Yep. Then the second Eldritch Blast jets from the end of my rod, 27 to hit.
That's gonna hit. Yep.
Oh, another max damage, 14,
Hey!
14 force damage from the Eldritch Blast.
Why do I not see any of these rolls?
Because
I'm
it's
getting
not
them up
connected.
on D&D.
It's on D&D Beyond.
And then
Oh,
there's
that's
another-
yeah, that's right.
And then
That's
another
Right.
3 necrotic damage from the Hex for the second hit.
Okay, yeah. This thing, after these arrows, and you fire off your Eldritch Blast, and you just strike it twice. Doof, doof. They just zoom out, and they strike it again. It can't tell where they're coming from. It can't see into... It's just standing there, getting angry, furious, and just hit it once, twice, and you can see these scorching, smoldering impacts now. One of them hit upon where the arrowheads are still stuck in, and it's now gouting blood out of its neck.
Yes.
Yeah, that was dirty.
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting to sway a little bit, and just like has to correct itself, put like its feet a little bit wider to get its stance on. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, that is it. And of course, I retract my arm back into the dome.
It is then the Sahagin Baron is going to just look around. There's really nothing else to do. And it's going to just slam itself where the wound is, just like slap. And with a bloody hand just smears across its own face as it walks up, takes a step towards Goose, and is going to just go at it with the spear. With,
Don't kill Goose while she's not here.
It is going to be 2 attacks with the spear.
It's alright. Goose is our sturdiest boy.
It is a
It's true.
22
Good
hit.
boy.
22 will hit Goose.
Goose,
Let's
no.
see. It is.
3,000 damage.
Yep. Insta
That'll
dead.
be fine.
It is 12 points of piercing damage.
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep track over here.
Banished
Hold on.
straight to the plane of water. Thank you very much. Also dead.
Second attack. 16.
Oh no, there's
Second
two.
attack is also hit for another 10 points of damage.
Thank God it's Goose. That would have been
I'm
me
assuming
gone.
Goose wasn't raging though,
Nope,
right?
Goose was not
Or-
raging, and
yeah.
after like going at it twice, as Goose is locked in combat with the smaller one, the Baron walks up and stabs Goose in the back twice, and then goes in,
Oh.
opening its
Ass.
jaw wide, and goes to bite Goose in the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
What an ass.
And I do believe it is going to be a 20 to hit with the bitey bite, the nom noms.
Jesus. All right.
That's a little
We get it.
crazy.
He's got the pointy teeth. Okay. Oh
It
my
is another 11 points of damage.
Arthur
Okay.
is not happy with
And
this.
seeing this, Goose immediately just looks like he's going to topple over, like taken completely by
Okay.
surprise. It is
Oh, no.
it is then the one that's standing in between Goose and Rudy.
Oh no.
The Sahagin, the
No, not
tentacled
good.
Sahagin is going to look around. We just want heart. And it's going to... What are we gonna do? It is going to... Oh, here we go. It's going to look at Rudy and says, we just want heart. Give us heart, please. 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 And it holds out its hand and it says, give us heart and you will have this. And you can see forming in its hand out of water what looks to be a crown. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
Okay, right.
Ooh.
Sure.
Damn.
24.
24.
Paladin Princess's favorite.
You can feel a presence in your mind, something heavy bearing down upon you, but then nothing. It's just the crown made of water just spills to the floor of the deck, and the Sahagin looks at its hands, looks up at you, and says, "What? No." And it's then just going. Look around. It's going to start taking steps back. Goose is going to get an attack of opportunity. It wasn't quite close enough for Rudy to get one. It is a 16 to hit. I do believe that's going to hit. Yes, it is. Let's see, how much damage does that do? It is going to be 6 points of damage. As it starts backing up, it runs up to the top of the deck. And as it turns around, Goose gets an axe in its shoulder. It holds onto its shoulder as it's running up the stairs. Nana, your go.
Oh baby, Nana jumps out of that fucking house. Let's go. I do have a very important question, which I'll summon them regardless. But is the giant still alive? Because we gotta save him.
You need to go check. They were
We're
thrown over
doing
the
it,
edge.
okay.
Did I actually go over the edge?
Yeah, they were
shit.
thrown a bit. I was really upset that I got such a low initiative. Anyway, so Nana's spoon is not unpacked, but Nana has a pen. Nana slams her spoon into the boat and summons 2 giant octopi.
Oh, I don't have any.
That's okay. I have them here.
Yeah, I don't have any to put down right now. I'll make a note.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I've got Oscar and Otto, the giant octopus.
I love how you named them.
Yeah, I got to.
Oh, dear.
How will I keep them straight?
That's true.
And I need to. Let's see. I need to
Roll initiative for them.
probably roll initiative for them.
Yep.
Yes. Let me see. Oh, I don't have any. Sorry, I only have my initiative. My thing is not letting me.
If you look on their stat block, just roll a d20 and whatever they have in dexterity modifier.
No, like I don't have a d20. Like my page is so messed up right now.
Okay,
Is it possible that
I can
someone
roll a
can roll a
d20.
D20
What
for
is their
me?
dexterity modifier?
Oh no, hold on. My page
Oh,
is really
yeah,
not.
I'll have it
Yeah.
and the initiative listed there.
Yeah.
All stat
There
blocks
we
don't
go,
have
giant
initiatives.
Octopus.
Oh, really?
With a giant octopus?
There we go. So they are initiative +1.
+1. Okay,
Wait,
they
can I roll
get
it from
they
there?
get-
Oh,
Maybe
Yeah, you should be able
will
to.
yeah.
go for it then.
We'll go with yours.
Mine is 11.
Oh, it does. Okay.
If it works,
Mine was
go for it.
21.
There we go, 21. They will go after
I do that.
Arthur at the top of the next turn.
Okay, cool. Sweet. And then Nana, with the remaining action, will. Oh, let's go. Shillelagh. Trusty Shillelagh.
You're activating Shillelagh.
will cantrip. I'm activating Shillelagh.
You're activating Shillelagh. Are you
Yeah.
staying inside the hut? Oh, you would have left to.
Oh no, I'm out.
Yeah, you would have
I'm
run
out.
to the edge, summon the octopi in the water, and then activate Shillelagh.
Yeah.
You're done like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
This Sahagin over here is going to strafe around, taking a wide berth around Goose, and now holding the stairs. Is going to hold a hand up towards Rudy and shoot a guiding bolt.
Ooh.
Oh.
Not Rudy's thing. No.
It is going
That's
to do
my
it.
thing.
That's
Don't
his
take my
thing.
It's going to do it at
yeah.
third level.
Oh damn!
Oh fuck. Okay, hold on.
It's a 12 to
He's
hit.
immortal, but
I'm
not
bringing the pain.
Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
Who's her new favorite, Rudy?
AC of 12, so I think that hits.
That just
Oh,
hits then.
shit.
Oh.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
Oh no!
Okay.
You're hurt.
Let's see. Guiding
Nah, it'll be
bolt.
fine.
Let's
See, aren't you happy we can
1,
all
6,
heal
8,
now?
4, 5,
Mm.
Look, Rudy may or may not have taken care of that problem behind the scenes himself. That's
Mhm,
okay.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Nana doesn't know that, does she?
25
No,
points of
it
radiant
doesn't.
damage.
It'd be fine.
And you get slammed
She'll be right.
by this gout. It looks like water, but it doesn't feel like water. But it slams into you, it burns, it sears. And you see that you're now glowing with like these, it looks like light underwater, this effect around you.
Ah,
And it is then,
Sorry, this is what it
it is
feels
then
like.
your turn.
Excellent, great. You know what? We can fight fire with fire if that's what we're going with. You know what? Rudy fires a. No, he should heal Goose. Heal Goose. Heal Goose. Heal Goose. You should. Oh, he just wants to throw another guiding bolt back.
I mean,
Do it.
No, Rudy will
What would Rudy
cast.
do?
Rudy would cast healing word on Goose from a distance at
At what
a
level?
third level. Third level.
okay, give me a moment.
He's going all out. That doesn't help. How the hell do you roll 3d4 plus 3 and
As
only
you
roll
go,
9?
as you speak your healing word, as you go to say it, the one let me double check.
Oh no!
The one Sahagin
Don't
on
do
the
it, Josie.
top deck just lets
Don't do
out
it.
this one sound, just this ah! And as you let out your word, you can almost feel the magic get shattered as you are counterspelled.
Ah no!
What is
That's
this? Tell him to talk
That's
to my
new.
shillelagh.
Ha! Well,
Okay, that's cool.
That was your bonus
Now
action. You
Rudy's
still
on-
have an action.
wait, that was my bonus action?
Healing word is a bonus
Oh, yeah, it was-
action.
Healing word's a
Healing word
bonus,
is a
yeah.
bonus, but it also is a spell, so we can no
Yeah,
longer
you-
cast a spell.
You can do cantrips.
You can cast a cantrip,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's a cantrip.
Or you could go
You're a
whack-a-mole.
cantrip.
Look at him. It's a
Whack-a-mole.
cantrip.
Oh.
How dirty is the
Which one yelled at me? Which one yelled at me?
The one up here.
Damn it. well, you know what? You've got my attention. And Rudy charges up to the one in front of him because obviously
This one?
that's the one in. Yeah, he's got to go to the one.
Yeah,
that's,
go for it.
Yeah, and just
Oh.
goes for a big old smack.
Go for smack.
Yes,
You know what? You
we
you
smack a
wanted
boy today.
you wanted my attention. That's what we're gonna do.
You heckin' got it.
24 to hit.
24 definitely hits. Yep. Just run up,
Uh,
completely taken unawares that you've been marked, and you still run
Yeah.
up like to it. You just
Yeah.
whack.
Don't care. 6 damage.
6
It'll
6
do.
damage is still 6 damage.
6.
Just
Yeah.
crack
Okay,
it across
that's
the
it.
jaw. It just and looks back towards you. At the top of the next round, before we wrap up today, you hear scuffle, you hear shuffling, you hear slamming. The door to the cabin slams open. The captain runs out, almost crawling on all fours up the little section of stairs, and just yells, "This is not what I signed up for!" And the other giant is just, you can see, I'd say Goose and Rudy could see the other giant backing towards the doorway. Like, their back towards the door is shunted to the side. And stepping through the doorway, heaving. With a gilded, with ruby inset collar around their neck, you see Lena.
No, no.
And that's where we wrap up for today.